And welcome to the show. I am the Rooftop Mariner, and welcome to Game 3 of the Mariners versus Rockies, as the Mariners have already taken a 2-0 series lead, which they have won the series, and hopefully they will go for that sweep. And once again, I am the Rooftop Mariner, and should be awaiting a guest, my friend Nelson, but looks like he's running late on something, but looks like I've got a round of applause by this guy. Yeah, this guy is the one who makes all the weird random jokes. I'm not even going to say who his name is, but I guess he is now part of the audience. And let's take a look at today's matchups today, as I will go on MLB.com, and I'm watching the game right on my screen right now. I would show it to you, but I don't want to risk any kind of copywriting. But here we are. It is April 16th. Gonna find the score. Oh, great. I just clicked tickets by accident. All right. I just had it. Okay. It is game day. Who do we got today? Because I think we have Luis Castillo. He is now 1-0 with a 1.02 ERA against Davis, who, let's take a look at Davis's numbers. His name is Noah Davis, and looks like he's only made one appearance. His ERA is, 18, but okay, in actuality, he gave up 2 runs in just 1 inning of work. So remains to be seen how he does today. And yes, absolutely, they need to go ahead and go for that sweep. Like, it is critical because right now, the Mariners, as of now and as of today, let's take a look at the AL West standings. It accidentally took me to the Savant page. But here we are. Here is the American League West standings. We have Texas first in the division, 8-6. Houston 7-8. Angels 7-8. Seattle 7-8. And look at Oakland. They are 3-12. And look at their run differential, -62. They have given up the most runs in the major leagues, and they're one of the lower scoring teams in the major leagues. Looks like 3rd worst offense. And when you have that and terrible pitching, you're not going to win that many games. Now, here we are with the Mariners. They have a +7 run differential of 73 runs. They're about middle of the pack in the American League. Maybe even middle of the pack for the major leagues. And with the Mariners and with the start that they had, especially against Cleveland and Los Angeles and now Chicago, getting a sweep would be really nice because it will make up for those losses earlier in the season. Now, how has the first 2 games have gone for the Mariners? So it was, I'll just look at it through my phone, improvising, as you can see. It was April 14th. The Mariners won 5-3 with the help of Jared Kelenic, who did hit a home run in his 5th straight game. And then 9-2 absolute domination, well pitched by George Kirby, although he gave up 2 runs. And Julio Rodriguez and Eugenio Suarez were the big offensive contributors, other than J.P. Crawford. Now, unfortunately, I wish I could say about Jared Kelenic, but he struck out 3 times, went 1 for 4. So he did cool off just a little bit last night, and hopefully he can at least pick it up because I am putting my good faith in him for fantasy baseball. He is on my team, and he was the last pick. And we've got Kyle. He says, "Hello, go Mariners." Absolutely. Got to get that sweep because anything less than a sweep, especially playing against Colorado Rockies, would be a disappointment. Now, for any of my viewers, do you have any questions about the Mariners going forward? If you do, please leave those comments in there. And as you can see, not only am I streaming this through YouTube, I'm also streaming this through my Twitter, and I just opened a Twitch account. So please give those a follow. and they are basically the same name pretty much, except my Twitch says Rooftop Mariner 92 because I was born in 1992, the same year the Mariners went 64-98, which led to them getting Alex Rodriguez. Now, what do I expect for today? Well, obviously, when you have Luis Castillo, you've got to at least get a win on that one because he is one of the best pitchers in baseball at this time, is making a case. Oh, yes, the bullpen. Man, bullpen was. Oy, let me take a look at the scoreboard from yesterday and see how it did. Now, the bullpen from yesterday, they actually didn't give up any runs. Penn Murphy actually pitched really well, and he's been pitching quite a bit this season. He struck out 4 batters in less than 2 innings of work. And then you had Diego Castillo. I think he walked a batter. So he gave us a little heart attack moment there, but luckily the Mariners were up 9-2, and I guess that's the best time to use them is basically when the game is over, whether the Mariners are winning or if they are losing. Now, yesterday, Friday, how did the bullpen do? The bullpen, it was just overused. Like, yeah, Trevor Gott giving up a couple runs because Tommy Malone was pulled out. Reese Beast is watching the Lakers. Oh, great. Got some Lakers comments going in there. Yes, as you can see, the Lakers are actually in the playoffs, and it was because they got rid of Russell Westbrook through that trade to get D'Angelo Russell, which has helped the Lakers significantly. And let's face it, Russell Westbrook was never going to be a good fit for the Los Angeles Lakers, especially when you have LeBron James and Anthony Davis that are very ball-dominant players. Yeah, I made sure I supplied myself with water for the whole day. But in that bullpen, Trevor Gott gave up 2 runs. He is been inconsistent this season. Trevor Gott right now is at a 3.12 ERA. At least he has 7 strikeouts and 1 walk. Has 3 total earned runs. Then you got Matt Brash, who actually pitched pretty well. Then Topa and Spire have been pitching just amazing. And then Paul Sewald at least got his 2 strikeouts. So at least Mariners are playing, at least bullpen's like very up and down. But I still don't think that they are going to be the elite that they quote were the other year of last year and maybe even 2021. But either way, I don't really expect them to be in the elite, maybe middle of the pack. But unfortunately, I just don't see this bullpen being like a playoff material. And they did show that last year in the playoffs of last year. Trevor Gott, he says, Trevor Gott got no more skill. And since the Mariners commercial is playing, actually, I got to play this ad really quick. And this show is still sponsored by Modern Exterior Solutions.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We're proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
And yes, as you can see, if you would like 20% off, here it is. I'll give you the promo code right now if you are interested in these guys. It is the Rooftop. Modern Rooftop is the promo code. And that, if you do want that, that will be 20% off of your first use of service with Modern Exterior Solutions. If you have a home that does need some upgrades someday, hey, you never know. As time passes on and houses get more modernized over the year, You'd be surprised. So yeah, go ahead and go on that website. And I really don't like this camera angle. I think that's better. And CK888 saying, fun fact, Mariners' first interleague game in history was against the Colorado Rockies. Yes, and I remember when Derek Lowe actually had a pitching outing and Ken Griffey Jr. threw a guy out. And I think the first game had like a huge offensive, like just free-for-all. And CK888, are you the man that is like on that other YouTube channel where he shows like all the ESPN highlights from like 1993 to like now ongoing 2004? Is that you? Please confirm that that is you, because I'm pretty sure that is you, CK888, because you do look really familiar. So let me know if you are. And actually, I'm just, yeah, you really do look familiar. I'm not even joking. Can we talk about Teoscar? Oh, yes, that is you. Yes, I really do like all of your facts in there. That's really fun. And I like how I think there was that one time where you go, oh, the first loss of the Mariners in the 2004 season. Oh, yeah, there's nothing wrong about that. And I think there were some other points where you just like to comment on that guy's stuff. And I'm trying to chime myself in there too. But yeah, now, if you're wondering what that YouTube channel is, I think I'm just going to link it to you guys. If you really do care about nostalgic ESPN SportsCenter highlights, and I'm actually going to go to it right now because whoever this guy is, he's like saved a ton of like VHSs. It's like freaking insane. He's like saved every bit of VHS tapes from ESPN SportsCenter. I have no idea how long he's been saving it, but at some point, I'm pretty sure he's going to be running out of tapes eventually. But I give him a lot of kudos for actually putting in all of that work and then put it all on YouTube. I'm pretty sure that I wonder if this guy even edited, but here it is. Yes, he delivers it more like every single day. Yes, he does. But and yeah, here's the link, and go ahead and follow that guy's channel. He's actually pretty good. And let me give you an example of what he does. And let me tell you, and the YouTube channel name is SW561. SW561. Go to that link of that video that I'm about to show. And not only that, give him a subscribe and put it on notifications, because it's really cool to see like old Mariners highlights all the way from 2004 that it was that I don't even expect. Like, and I saw like everything from 2000. And actually, maybe you can tell by now, CK888, but his footages that he does have for me, it really did help me build some of my videos from my own YouTube channel. And yeah, CK888, go ahead and check out my videos because I have done it. But I am talking a little bit too much. I said I was going to share you this screen about some random Mariners highlight all the way back in 2004 when the Mariners went 63-99. But here it is.
Friday, hope to debut this weekend for the Seattle Mariners. 1-1 in the fourth. Mark Redmond to Quentin McCracken. Eric Chavez.
Yep, Eric Chavez, 2004.
Oakland a 4-3 in the seventh.
Rich Aurelia was on the Mariners as their shortstop. He replaced Carlos Guillen.
The gap in right center. Andy Wynn scores again away. Brett Boone as well. Booney. Aurelia 3 for
This was after the Mariners got swept in their first 3 games.
5-4 lead, but it was tied 6-6 in the seventh. Rafael Soriano to Scott Hatterberg. Scott Hatterberg always gets big hits. 2 for 3. A's win 8-6. The Mariners, the only winless team in the major leagues. They are.
Oh, yes, that 2004 team was absolutely a dumpster fire of that year. But yeah, some comments I want to see from CK88. Let me see what he says. Rafael Soriano will have better days. Well, he didn't really in 2004, but he eventually at least became a solid closer at some point. And another one, Seattle versus Oakland was a great rivalry from 2000 to 2003. But this is 2004. And I chimed in going, 2004 is nothing but pain. And I think I made a comment myself, and I'm going to post it on the comments right now from that video. This is exactly what I said. It was after the third game or fourth game of the season for the Mariners that I was convinced, and for this to be my very first season as a fan, to watch a losing team. Since I started following the team in 2000 when I was 8, This season was extremely painful, but I learned a lot from it. And especially, this all kickstarted to look at baseball not only just as a sport standpoint, but also the business and the politics. And must I say, the Mariners from 2004 all the way till 2008 and even the present, they did a really good job exposing themselves of incompetent management led by Bill Vivasi as the GM in 2004. But yes, CK888, please keep commenting on that channel, and then get some comments on mine too. Like go check out my videos and see if it's what's wrong with the Mariners. What's wrong with the Mariners? I'm going to say still Scott Service's pitching management. They're trying to say the offense is bad, but I don't think the offense is that bad. I think they were just taking some time to warm up. But here's the thing too, like if the Mariners supposedly have good pitching, especially startings and bullpen, if the Mariners at least score 3 or 4 runs, they should at least be able to win those games, because here's the old saying, defense wins championships. But let me go over to the team, and I'm going to show you the rankings of the offense, or at least going to tell you what it is. So in terms of runs so far, in just total runs alone, Mariners are at least 13th in the major leagues. So they're not exactly horrible on offense. Now, in the American League, they are not great at all. But if you just look at it in a major league standpoint, they are still 13th in the league. Now, let's see how we're doing with home runs. Mariners are 19th in home runs. And if you go to batting average, Mariners are at, 23rd on offense. On base percentage, 23rd on base percentage. And if you look at OPS, they're 23rd in OPS. So not great, but at least somehow they're at least scoring enough runs to be in the middle of the pack. Now, if you're wondering, like, it goes CK888. I recently checked out how the 2001 Mariners hurt and was shocked at how rough their 03 trade deadline fallout was. Oh, yeah. So if you're wondering, and thank you, CK888, for taking a look at my videos. And yeah, here's what happened. So Mariners do not make a trade in 2003, and they absolutely should have, because you had Boston literally on your butts, and you had Oakland right on your butts when you barely had a division lead, and the offense was having problems. And this was happening when Mike Cameron was having a regressing season, didn't even hit 20 home runs. Brett Boone was playing awful in the second half. Ichiro was playing awful in the second half. Carlos Guillen was like, meh. So the Mariners had to make a move. And there was opportunities where, like I will say, there was opportunities where they could have gone for like Aaron Boone. And if the Mariners like traded for Aaron Boone, they could have had Brett Boone and Aaron Boone playing together. And I was thinking, like, that would be a really cool thing. But it didn't happen. So instead of Brett Boone and Aaron Boone playing together to compete for the playoffs, you had Brett Boone watching his little brother Aaron Boone hit a game-winning home run against the Boston Red Sox in Game 7, because he was a guest on the Joe Buck Fox show. But yeah, they didn't make a trade. And then Jeff Nelson, one of the Mariners' best relievers at that time, he was blasting the organization, especially on media, going, yeah, why aren't we making the moves? Kansas City made moves. Oakland made moves. Yankees are making moves. And then I guess Howard Lincoln got just completely insulted and got his feelings hurt. And then they traded him to the Yankees. And then the Mariners basically did nothing after that. Mariners had an awful streak going on towards the end of the season. And I was watching that CK88. I'm not CK, but those platter of highlights. And when I saw that, it was just painful to watch. And at least the Mariners were at least somewhat contending in the middle of September. And then they had like a stretch where they lost in Texas and Anaheim, and then got absolutely just swept by Oakland. And then it was just too little too late, even when they swept Oakland in the last part of the season. We've got Michael going, do you believe if Jared Kelly produces or something close to this clip, we'll see a 1 or 2 lineup of Rodriguez and Kelnick? From what I've heard, I really hope that does happen. Now, personally, now here's the thing. The only reason why I won't see that happen anytime soon is because Jared Kelenic hasn't exactly provided value when he bats against lefties. He still does struggle. Now, granted, he was 2 for 4 going against lefties, including a home run. But he was dipping a little bit yesterday, so I don't see it happening real time soon. But if he does get it all right together, then absolutely got to put him up there. But personally, I just don't think Julio is the guy to be the leadoff hitter. Granted, he has amazing speed and can steal bases, which is a huge attribute. He's just that kind of guy that he should be used to drive in runs, not leadoff. Like, I remember at one point, Scott Service used Jared Kelenic as a leadoff hitter. So I have issues with Julio leading off right now. But I guess as soon as he gets older, maybe they'll start putting him down to like 2s and 3s. But yeah, Jared Kelenic as a number 2, it's not a crazy idea. And I never thought it was. And I thought he was going to be 2s and 3s or 5s at some point, but not yet because he still has a lot to prove. And then hope they win today. Kyle says so. Yes, absolutely. Now, I got a little bit distracted by all these comments, but hey, keep them coming because this is going to be a very long show and I want to make it as engaging as possible. But here's what I'm going to do for in between innings when it hits the commercials, because the reason why I'm doing shows like this, and I'm only going to do it sparingly because I do have a full-time job. And you know the old saying, don't quit your day job, especially when you're following your passion, which this is. Don't ever quit your day job, because I've actually seen YouTubers where they tried to make this like their full-time thing. And I looked at their views and their subscribers. Their subscribers were great, but then when I looked at their views and I did the math and the guy was making maybe $200 to $500 a month, it's like, how can you sustain that? You just can't. And I don't want to be in that position where I would basically have to move out of my house. Let's not do that. But in between commercials, I'm going to be showing some of my YouTube videos possibly that I have made in the past. And then I'm also going to go through Mariners commercials because for some reason the Mariners didn't make any commercials this year. So by doing that, I'm going to play some of the commercials. And then after those commercials, I'm going to react to them. So it's going to be, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And they are commercials going from 2004 all the way to like 2000 and like, I don't know, 19. Michael, what do you mean by, yeah, that was what? Oh yeah, of course. Can we please be a good team? Well, obviously, because I think the talent of this team should be World Series caliber. And I saw some YouTubers that made a great point that the bullpen, they finally admitted that the bullpen's not that good, maybe middle of the pack at best, but the bullpen is not elite right now. And that's why I felt the Mariners really had a good opportunity to win the World Series. I know, calling me crazy, but had Scott Service not managed his pitchers the way he did and put in Robbie Ray, could the Mariners have won that series? Could they have beat the Yankees? Now, I'm starting to think that beating the Yankees is even a stretch because I don't know if that pitching would have been able to hold on against that offense. And plus, Mariners do have some kind of inconsistencies in the offense. I'm not saying they're bad, but they're just inconsistent. Oh, and look at that. Looks like, it's just still pregame. Yeah, so I think we still have time. But then you go against the Phillies. So I think there was a really good chance that the Mariners could have won the World Series, just get it over with. And I'm really just going to say this. Let me drink some water. But man, the Mariners window, I feel, is for the World Series. I just feel that it's a lot smaller than what people are making it out to be. People are thinking that they have all this time because players are on club control. Where when the Mariners are having all these players that are on club control, especially when they're young players, at some point, they're going to be asking for extensions. And if they don't win the World Series, there's going to be a coming time where someone's going to have to go. Like the first player I expect to leave the Mariners is Cal Raleigh. He's going to be up for a contract real soon. I'm not saying like now, but here's the thing. His agent is Scott Boras. Now, yeah, when you have Scott Boras as the agent, I don't really expect them to give him that extension because Scott Boras is going to hold the Mariners hostage with a lot of money, just like what he did with A-Rod. And that was the reason. And Scott Boras really was the reason why Alex Rodriguez didn't even re-sign with the Mariners. And actually, give me just a few moments. And actually, I'm going to play that commercial again from Modern Exterior Solutions because I have got to put my charger in my laptop because I had to move my laptop. So give me a moment.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We're proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
And we are back, and my laptop is being charged. I think it was about like 5 minutes away from losing power. Imagine if I just lost power, and next thing I know, my live show's gone. So that would have been pretty embarrassing. But now they're playing a commercial, so I think I might as well just play something right now. Let's see what we got. Maybe I'll show my Jared Kelenic video, the one that I made this past week, and it got up to 88 views. So if all you lovely viewers would like to just give it a view, just click on that link and I will provide you that link in just a few moments. But I'm going to share that screen. Go into my video. There you go. Just behind Giancarlo. Jared Kelenic has finally arrived. He is off to a great start, even before the Chicago series, when he blasted 3 home runs, including the one that everyone is talking about, where he hit a home run of 482 feet, which is now the second longest home run in MLB history in the StatCast era, just behind Giancarlo Stanton of the Yankees. This is all a breath of fresh air, as we saw that Kelenic struggled in his first 2 seasons in the major leagues, which included a heavily disturbing strikeout rate. Jared Kelenic put in some serious work in his game, and he seems to be much more calm mentally compared to previous seasons.
More than any offseason all combined. So I'm looking forward to just letting my ability take over and letting my ability speak for itself and not saying a whole lot.
The other thing that I have noticed is how clutch he has been, especially when he was able to fight off an 0-2 count against the Cleveland Guardians and hit a double, which led to J.P. Crawford driving him in and Julio Rodriguez smashing a home run to help win that game. And also, let's not forget about that game-tying home run against the Cubs.
Kelenic, a high fly ball. Right field. If this is fair, it's gone. It's plenty fair. It's plenty gone off the scoreboard.
Comparing his stats, his strikeout rate has decreased to 26.8, as he was at 33.7% last season. His walking rate has increased to nearly 10%, and his hard hit percentage has nearly doubled as well compared to the last season. On top of hitting 3 home runs and 5 RBIs, he is currently batting .351 with an on-base percentage of .415 and a 1.118 OPS, which is also almost doubled what he has done his last 2 seasons. His hitting style does remind me of Bryce Harper, and go ahead and check out both their swings. So do you agree with that? Does he give you those Bryce Harper vibes, or feel free to disagree? Throw it in the comments. He also has very similar numbers in the Baseball Savant website, including very similar max exit velocities. They even both have similar electric personalities as well. But hopefully Jared Kelenic won't exactly get to Harper's level.
What's a piece of Hunter Strickland? Here they go.
If Jared Kelenic can keep up with this production going forward, not only would he contribute well for this offense, but he could possibly make a run for an all-star spot, which would be ideal since the all-star game is in Seattle. Unfortunately, due to his strikeout rate still being 26.8%, which is still pretty high, it is unrealistic to see him sustain this production. I also saw that he hardly hits against lefties as well, so as the season goes on, expect his numbers to decline over time. But if he could at least improve from his last 2 seasons, be more patient at the plate, hit the ball hard, and come up in the clutch, then he will be a valuable asset to this team and maybe move A.J. Pollock to the DH role since Cooper Hummel has been atrocious this season. And his valuable contributions would make Jerry Dipoto and Justin Hollander geniuses for not going for high-priced free agent players in the 2023 offseason. But those are my quick thoughts on Jarred Kelenic. Let me know what you think how Jarred Kelenic will do for the rest of the season, and can he sustain this early success? Well, as you can see, that's my video, and thank you to all that put that click on there. And let's see the comments. So some guy goes, "Oh, how does it feel that the Angels are below 500?" Well, I mean, other than Ohtani and Mike Trout, there's not really much to feel intimidated by the Angels, but I still will be just because they're a division rival and they beat us in the series. Josh says, all we need is the Rangers to get out of the way, because Josh is probably my favorite Astros fan because he's the most engaging Astros fan. And hey, if I do an Astros live show, I totally expect you to be there for my show. Maybe we'll have, hey, maybe you can join this show or something. And Michael, what's your team? You Mariners or Astros? Says the two of them need to get out of the Angels jail. Who are these guys? But Josh, hey, come Mariners versus Houston. I'm sure we're gonna verbally and by internet, we're probably gonna duke it out. But I will say this in consolation: Yordan Alvarez is one of my favorite players in Major League Baseball because he grew my channel because of one freaking video. And also, I just saw that Dan Wilson is color commentating next to Dave Sims, which leads me to do this. I must show you a Dan Wilson Mariners highlight. This was like all the way back in 1998, where he did hit that home run, inside the park home run against the Detroit Tigers, and arguably that was like the only meaningful highlight of that entire season.
On the way to Dan Wilson, and a swing and a high fly ball belted deep to left center field, and get out the ride, Brett. No, it comes down at the bottom of the wall. Wilson to third base. Get out the right, Brett, to the Buster grab ball. It's going to be an inside the park home run. Wilson slides across safely by. Oh, my. First of all, I thought it was going to be out. And now, for the first time in history, the Mariners have an inside the park grand.
Well, yes, as you can see, Dan Wilson, longtime Mariners catcher, did hit that home run, and yeah, great for him. And since the Mariners game hasn't exactly started yet, I'm also going to show my Yordan Alvarez video that someone on that feed does not like. But here it is. I'm about to show it to you. It's about how the Mariners got Yordan Alvarez on the Houston Astros. Please enjoy it in just a few moments. Yordan Alvarez is the star left fielder for the Houston Astros. It's Yordan. You may remember him as the man who hit the game-winning home run in Game 1 of the American League Division Series, which helped the Astros end the Mariners. Yordan Alvarez is the star left fielder for the Houston Looks like we're back. Somehow that happened. Didn't plan for that, but that was kind of funny in a bad way. But let me see if my volume test is working. Okay, yeah, my volume is working. So I have time to show my Yordan Alvarez video. And by the way, we have Nelson here. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Joe.
Nelson, I can't hear you.
Oh, really? Uh-oh.
Well, figure out that mic, because until then, I have a video to show. It's about how the Mariners got Yordan Alvarez on the Astros. You may remember him as the man who hit the game-winning home run in Game 1 of the American League Division Series, which helped the Astros end the Mariners' first playoff run since 2001. But how did we get here? Well, you're not going to believe this. What if I were to tell you the Mariners were the ones that actually got Alvarez on the team? I know it sounds crazy, right? Well, here it is. It might just blow your mind. It was 2007 when the Mariners finished the season 88-74 when Felix Hernandez was in his second full season. Richie Sexson and Adrian Beltre were the main offensive power hitters, and Ichiro was the main star of the team. Unfortunately, the Mariners missed the playoffs by 6 games to the New York Yankees for the wild card spot, and also 6 games to the Los Angeles Angels for the AL West division. The season they had was actually considered a success compared to the last few seasons under their general manager at the time, Bill Bavasi. That guy who was notorious for signing players that were either past their primes or were just not good to begin with, and traded away much of the farm system, such as giving up Asdrubal Cabrera and Shin-Soo Choo. Expectations for the 2008 Mariners were high because of the 2007 season.
Mariners baseball, the mojo's rising.
Bill Bavasi went all in for Eric Bedard, who finished 5th in the Cy Young Award voting in the American League for the Baltimore Orioles last season, in hopes to strengthen the starting pitching staff. Hopefully this video is concluded before this game starts. Horacio Ramirez and Jeff Weaver.
Yeah, for sure.
But the pieces that were given up were astronomical. The package that the Mariners gave up included Tony Butler, Cam McColio, Chris Tillman, George Sherrill, and Adam Jones. Yes, that Adam Jones who went on to be an all-star. Eric Bedard's time in Seattle was pretty underwhelming, as he suffered multiple injuries throughout his time in Seattle, which included missing the entire 2010 season. To give up that many assets for a guy who had limited availability, knowing that the Orioles got was proven to be one-sided. The 2008 Mariners went ahead and lost 101 games, despite a payroll of over $100 million. But hey, at least Felix Hernandez hit a grand slam.
He's 1 for 8. He got his base hit down in San Diego. And sends a drive to deep right center field. That baby is going to be fly away. Get out the rye bread and mustard grandma.
And Richie Sexson got into a fight.
Property of the Boston Red Sox. Look out. Whoa, hey now. This will get something started. Whoa. Holy moly.
Dang.
This is not the spark I was looking for.
I don't think I ever saw this fight.
Adam Jones became one of the centerpieces as a 5-time All-Star. George Sherrill was an All-Star in 2008, and even Chris Tillman became an All-Star later in his career. To say that this trade was a disaster for the Mariners would be a complete understatement, but we're not done here. Mariners game is about to start real soon. Fast forward to 2011, the Seattle Mariners got Eric Bedard back from injury and performed pretty well. With decent starting pitching of prime Felix Hernandez, rising star at the time Michael Pineda, solid pitchers of Doug Fister and Jason Vargas, the Mariners found themselves just 2.5 games back in the division. But a terrible 17-game losing streak doomed their season, and the Mariners would go on a fire sale at the Luis Castillo is warming up. On July 31st, the Mariners under general manager Jack Zarenzik traded away Eric Bedard and prospect Josh Fields in a 3-team trade. Here was the package. The Mariners got in return Trayvon Robinson from the Dodgers. The Red Sox got Eric Bedard and Josh Fields from the Mariners. Now pay attention to that guy, Josh Fields, for later in this video. And here was the package that the Dodgers got from the Red Sox. The only memorable player the Mariners got was Trayvon Robinson, who made a great catch against the Angels following the trade, but was out of the major leagues after the 2012 season. Eric Bedard would go on to pitch until 2014 as a journeyman. Now back to Josh Fields. Now why does he matter? They're getting
Fields
up to
was picked
bat.
by the Houston Astros when
Right
they
after
won
this,
the
I'll start doing the
National
play-by-play
League
the best I
2012
can.
Rule 5 draft from the
All right.
Boston
Okay.
Red
No
Sox.
worries, man.
Now, if you're wondering what the Rule 5 draft is, check out this video from Out of Here Baseball, and the details will be given. Josh Fields would become a regular pitcher in the bullpen during the rebuilding years of the Houston Astros, which did include a 2015 playoff appearance. His time there was up and down, with decent numbers to say the least.
And it was a foul ball by Jurickson Profar,
In the
who was
2016
leading off
trade
for the
deadline,
Rockies.
the Astros traded Josh Fields to the Dodgers, who were looking to add depth to their bullpen for this prospect. Now, I want you to take a guess. I want you to
Swing
just
and a
take
miss,
guess
and
on
it's
who
strike
this
2.
prospect is.
Oh,
Jordan
man.
Alvarez.
All right,
Josh Fields went
I
on
think
to
you
pitch a
guys get
couple
the
more
point.
seasons for the Dodgers.
I'll show the very last few seconds of that video once it gets to commercial break. And Nelson, how's your voice doing?
I think it's doing okay. I mean, I know it says on.
I still can't hear you. Here. How about this? Reset your thing. I'll go ahead and resend. I'll go ahead and resend the invite, and then
All right.
and you go ahead and fix it from there.
All right.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and send that thing to Nelson because his volume wasn't working for some reason. And it's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and Luis Castillo with a strikeout already. And Calvin, I saw your feedbacking comment. I'll get to that in just a moment, but let me send Nelson an invite. Where is he? All right, there he is. Okay, it says, Calvin, yo, stop saying stuff from the 90s. Yeah, so I do those home run videos, but I just happen to put in the AC/DC and that huge alarm because that's what they did in the 90s. Like whenever, like, let's say, for example, Ken Griffey Jr., and we got a second out coming from Eugenio Suarez, good vibes only. And yeah, well, you predicted it after that, Josh. But yeah, Calvin, so let's say when Ken Griffey Jr. hit a home run in the Kingdome, they played the AC/DC Thunder struck, and then they played like this huge, nice alarm thing. It was really cool. So I'm doing some nostalgic purposes, but I guess if I have to explain it, maybe I should stop doing it. But all right, Nelson, let's see if he's back. Nelson, how are you doing?
Right. Doing good. Doing good.
He's doing good, but your sound's a little bit delayed, but we'll just go from there.
All right. Okay.
All right. We got 2 outs already. And it's a fly ball from Charlie Blackmon. It's going all the way to the warning track, but Kelenic is there. He makes the catch, and the side is retired.
Yeah.
And look at that. And now I can show the last 30 seconds of my Jordan Alvarez video. All right, here it is.
Alvarez blossomed into a star, including his 2019 season, where he hit 27 home runs, 78 RBIs, with a .412 on-base percentage in just 87 games. He is now an all-star for the Astros and became the Mariners killer of the 2022 American League Division Series, and that the Mariners have to deal with him in the American League West. And yes, I get it. Mariner fans hate Jordan Alvarez because of his performance against the Mariners, but don't get upset at him for beating the Mariners. And maybe don't even get upset at Scott Service for putting in Robbie Ray against Jordan Alvarez. Maybe you should be upset at the Mariners for their past incompetent general managers for setting up the Mariners for eventual failure because of these awful trades. Bill Bavasi for making one of the worst trades in the Mariners' history, and Jack Zarenzik for not getting a better return on that trade. Thanks for watching.
Yes, thanks for watching very much. Now, I think I'm going to show a Mariners commercial right now from 1994 because Mariners are not playing commercials. I don't care about the commercials that are on right now. So let's do that. And Nelson, how are you doing today? And by the way, he's from Houston, but he's a Mariners fan.
Yeah.
He's doing good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, doing really good, man. You know, didn't really do very much today. You know, I think I just kind of hung around my house and all that. I think I was just writing a movie script too. You know, I was just working on that, you know, and all that jazz. And oh yeah, definitely can't wait to be back in Seattle for sure.
Excellent. Yeah, we're looking forward to that. Oh, Josh says, I think what is also funny that Josh Fields trade that they used him in Game 2 of the World Series gave up back-to-back home runs, but prevented the Dodgers from winning the game. Wow. Oh, Mariners, what did you do? Why did you do that? Anyways, Julio
Yeah.
Rodriguez is up to bat, and here is the first pitch, and it's a ball. Good eye. Well, it was obvious. Now, Julio is batting 254 with 2 home runs and 9 RBIs, including 4 of those were from yesterday. He was awesome yesterday. And now here is the second pitch as he watches it for a strike. And yeah, Julio, reigning rookie of the year. At some point, I'm going to stop saying that because maybe he'll get into a sophomore slump. I would hope not. And then here's a 1-1 count. It is ball 2. 2-1. And it says, stop, Josh. He's dead already. Who are these guys? All right. And then here's the 2-1 count. And Julio smashes it to deep left field, and it's foul. It looked really promising.
Man.
I was about to just blast this music, and because I do have a music ready to play once the Mariners hit a home run. And Calvin, you're going to get really annoyed by this. You really are, but it's my channel.
Oh, no worries. It's all good.
But yeah, now we're at a 2-2 count, and they're showing a fan. He's just like, oh my God, I just got a Julio Rodriguez ball. Yes, congratulations. Now save that. Now, if only it was a home run, it'd be worth a lot more. And it looks like we're calling time. I know, Josh, I was so hyped up. I was like, swinging a fly ball, and nope. And now here is Julio, and here is the 2-2 count. And that is a strike 3 call. It was just literally right down the middle. And that is a strikeout going against Julio Rodriguez. And as you can see in the strike zone, it was a strike. That's for sure, unfortunately.
Dang.
And yes, Noah Davis is the starter. He was in Albuquerque. I guess they just called him up just recently. So I guess there's nothing what we do. And we got Ty France, a.k.a. the Viva la France. I don't think he's French, though. So I don't know, but it's just that name, Viva la France. I didn't say that right. And it is, and by the way, that first pitch, it was a strike. And he is winding up. And here is the pitch. It is a ball, but there's a check swing. It looks like he did not go. Now, Ty France is batting .339. He's 1 for 6 in this series, so he has cooled off just a little bit this series. But other than that, he's been doing fantastic for the Mariners. Now, here is the second pitch. And here it is. It is a ground ball foul. And we are looking at a 1-2 count. Now, Mariners down to 2 strikes already on the second straight batter. And I think on deck is Eugenio Suarez. And sadly, I didn't even have time to go over this Mariners lineup. And I guess maybe during commercial break, I'll go over that current lineup that they've got right now. Oh, I'm delayed, am I? Well, looks like, Josh, I'm a little bit behind because my Xfinity streaming isn't great. I guess that's the consequence of cutting the cord, isn't it? Josh, no spoilers. You just have to wait. Here is 2-2 pitch. It is ball 3. 3-2.
Man.
And yeah, Josh, no spoilers. It says, good to see you not 1, 2, and 3ing, Ty. Yeah, thank goodness, I guess. And here is the 3-2 pitch. And it's foul. And it went back into the screen. If that was in the 90s, that would have hit somebody. And it says TV broadcasts are often a bit delayed. Josh, are you streaming or are you using a cord? And then here is the 3-2 count. And it is a foul ball again. And actually,
oh man,
balls are annoying. When you're on the offensive end, it's good because when you're hitting foul ball after foul ball, you are putting wear and tear on that pitcher. That pitch count will just keep
that's
going
right,
up.
yeah.
That's the thing. Full count. He's already at 12 pitches. Here is the 3-2 count. And it's a ground ball right to the shortstop. It's going to be out. Got 2 outs already.
Oh, man.
What we've got is, I think Eugenio Suarez is up.
Oh, man. Come on, Suarez.
Is known as good vibes only, even though I don't believe in that. All vibes matter. And that Eugenio Suarez finally just got below 300, which was heavily expected. Nelson likes to laugh. 2 home runs, 13 RBIs. He is watching a strike. It's like as if he's meditating, but here's Suarez.
That's funny.
He hit a home run yesterday, which helped spark the Mariners offense to make it 9 runs. 1 for 6 this year. That's that home run. It is ball 2. Ball 2? It's ball 1. 1-1 the count on Eugenio Suarez. I think I'm going to make a video. Oh, no, I don't have time to talk about this. And here is the 1-1 count. Ball 2. 2-1 the count. So what I'm going to do eventually at some point in this game, I hope, is I'm going to put a Eugenio Suarez clip every time he does something amazing. And here is the 2-1 pitch. It is a foul ball going back. And as you can see in the, I have no attention span, but I see Alaska Airlines banner. I think I'm going to jump on Alaska for May for an Oakland game. Anyways, it's a 2-2 count. Good eye, 3-2. Now they're showing his career stats, 250, 226 home runs, 647 RBIs, and 1,033 hits. And here is the 3-2 count, and here it goes. It is strike 3 called. Suarez is trying to signal that walk. He chucks his helmet down, and that will retire the side. Brutal. We are still at no score. Now that it's commercial break, I might as well go over this Mariners lineup. So leading off, we got Julio Rodriguez. I still don't think he should be the leadoff hitter. Then we got Ty France, Eugenio Suarez, Cal Raleigh would have been on deck. He's going to hit. Teoscar Hernandez, they're giving him a day off in the outfield. They're letting him play as a DH. Jared Kelenic in right field and AJ Pollock left field. I think those roles should be reversed. I don't think Pollock just has that speed to play left field. Colton Wong, who hasn't even batted a buck yet, not even 100. So I'm concerned about that. And then JP Crawford, who's streaky at best. So how I feel about this lineup, I think it should be Hernandez should be right field, but I guess they want to give him a day off. Pollock should be the DH, and Kelenic should be left field because left field is where you want your more athletic guy to play. But
yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, for sure. Now, Josh, how are the Astros doing right now? Actually, why am I even asking? I can just look it up myself. They're not playing yet until 4. If I'm cheering for anyone, I'm cheering for them to tie. But too bad that's not a thing in baseball. In soccer it is. And even in football.
Yeah.
Which they should get rid of. And
yeah.
Man, I'm looking at this Mariners commercial. They're just constantly just bragging about the drought's over. Well, that was last year. We got to make some new memories. Phillies and Reds, 12-3. That's great, but not my concern. But oh man, the Reds are bad. Led by David Bell. Poor guy. At least he's collecting a good paycheck. Now we are at the top of the second. It is still no score. Got Luis Castillo, who's pitched very well, and that's a ball. He went in at an 83 miles an hour. Got CJ Cron, who has 4 home runs already with 8 RBIs. And there's the pitch, and it's a foul ball, strike 2. And let me check that Red score really quick, Michael. Nope, middle of the 6th, so Phillies could still score more. Here's the 0-2, and that's a ball. So much that Cal just flicked that thing back. Yep, and then there it is, Luis Castillo. And here's the 1-2 pitch. It is ball, 2-2. Now, Luis Castillo, he's done pretty well. Only's got 1 win. It was out of the Angels game. But other than that, he's doing really well. Now, here is the 2-2 pitch. And it is ball 3. 3-2 to count. 1 more, and that's going to be a walk. Got CJ Cron waiting patiently at the plate. Castillo's at 14 pitches in 2 innings. And now here is the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Ooh, and he goes down and strikes. Castillo with a nice 95.
Yes.
Now they're showing the Cy Young favorites: Shohei Ohtani, Garrett Cole, Dylan Keese, Jacob deGrom, Shane, and Luis Castillo. Notice that the umpires are collective cyclops this year. I'm really bad at that. Sorry, I can't pick that up, but I'll put it in the intention. And it is a ball. Ball 1 for Ryan McMahon. I'm not convinced I even said that name correctly. Here is the pitch. And it's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. Nice little breaking stuff right there. I can't tell if that was a splitter.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not good at this. And here we go. It's a 1-1 count. And it's a foul ball, strike 2. And if it's strike 2, those fans really should be up for it. I would be making that noise. Well, maybe on 2 outs, but maybe not on 1 out. All right. And here is the 1-2 pitch. And it's a strike 3 called. It is 2 outs for the Mariners. A 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Castillo at 19 pitches, though. On pace, that would be 90 pitches, so that'd be 70 pitches going into the 7th inning. Hopefully, it can stay that way. Maybe, It says, yay, no BR or no home run for the Cron. Yep. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. It is going for a ball. Luis Castillo already with 3 strikeouts today, 3 of the first 5 batters, but he is behind the count against Montero. It is a 2-0 count. Man, this thing makes me want water, whole tank of water. And that is a strike. It is a 2-1 count for Luis Castillo. 22 pitches for Luis Castillo. You can see that pitch clock going, and here's the 2-1 pitch. It's a swing and a miss. Strike 2 was an 86. That one, I'm not good at pitches. I'm just not there. And now it's a 2-2 count. Fans are clapping. You can see it in the background. It's a 2-2 pitch, and it's a swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that will retire the side. As you can see, the Rockies didn't even leave the plate. That is just amazing. And now the commercial break is on. And now I've got to show a 1994 Mariners commercial.
Oh, here we go.
I don't know what it is, Dr. Vanilla.
Oh, no.
I've had it with your excuse. You're acting like a loser. You want therapy? Yeah. I'll give you therapy. Get off your duff, get out of here, and make something happen. Do I make myself clear?
Aren't you glad he decided to manage the Mariners instead?
Next.
Vanilla has erupted. He's gone out to home plate. Covering home
Call
plate.
Actually, no. So now I'll show one more commercial. I got
all right,
because as long as the commercials are going, I just want to maybe 2 commercials at a time. This one's for Dr. Chris Bosio.
Einstein.
Uh-oh.
Not gonna need no game for that.
Just relax. Just relax.
You know, if you don't sit still, the right one.
Ooh.
Hold still.
You got it.
Aren't you glad he decided to pitch for the Mariners instead?
Are you all right?
Oh, God.
He ain't going to be my dentist. And for Lou Piniella therapy, I think we need his kind of therapy because he'll teach men how to be tough. Oh, I don't know what it is, doctor. My life is horrible. Yeah, whine. You're being such a baby. Get out there and make something happen. Get off of your doubts. I think we need more therapists like that.
Oh,
I guess
yeah, for sure.
Join the military, I guess, or just play a sport where you have a tough coach. And now it looks like the Mariners game is back on TV. Here's the Penn report. Mariners have 9 strikeouts and 4 walks, 2 runs given up, and this is just the series. The bullpen has only given up 2 runs, so they're doing pretty solid. Cal Raleigh, the big dumper, he watches it for a ball.
Come on, Cal.
Josh says, I'm surprised they don't make the Brewers and Mariners cross-league rivals ever since the Brewers moved to the NL in the late 1990s. That was a thing where the Brewers were in the American League. And, it's a fly ball, and it's foul. It looked really promising from that camera angle, but not so much.
Yeah.
Cal Raleigh batting .234 with 1 home run, 1 for 4 in the series. Not great. Looks like he's switching a bat. And yeah, Josh, another fun fact is, in case you're not aware, the Brewers actually were in Seattle, called the Seattle Pilots in 1969. They played one season, 64 and like 98 or 99. I don't even know what it was. And they left the next season.
Yeah.
Just like right after that. And now Six Stadium is now Lowe's store. And now Cal Raleigh is battling a 1-1 count. And here is the pitch, 1-1. And it's a fly ball to right field. That the outfielder didn't really even have to move. That was caught by Profar. And the Mariners are promoting for a Little League poster on Sunday the 23rd against the Cardinals. Go there for ages 14 and under. So I don't qualify, but some people think I do look 14 years old sometimes. I've had one person thought I was in middle school, and I was like, I'm 27, bro. And here's next, we got Teoscar Hernandez. Oh, that almost got him. That went way inside. That was a little bit of a throwback there. Yeah, we're an hour into the show already. And here's Teoscar with a 1-0 count. He has 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. Not bad. And he watches it for a strike. Looks like they're putting work on this guy. 24 pitches. And in and Teoscar, actually, as bad as people are saying he is, he's batting .357 with a home run and 5 RBI. So he's actually having a pretty good stretch right now. And here is the pitch, 2-1, and it's a strike 2. Josh says that would make a good cross-league rival better than their official one with the Padres. But who knows if there's a league expansion, if a Portland team could make it into that.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Who knows? And here's a 2-2, ball 3. So, yeah, regarding that, I think, well, I don't know. Like, I don't really remember if the Brewers and Mariners series was that heated back then. But it would make a lot more sense than the Padres. We don't really have an established rivalry with the Padres. Never have. And here is a 3-2 count. He chases it. Could have been a ball, but that breaking thing was like, hey, like a curveball. Now, as for expansion, on a player standpoint, if you're someone in AAA that is dying to get on the spot, then that would make sense. And here is Teoscar Hernandez for getting ready for a 3-2 count. And here it is. He chased a outside pitch that could have been a walk. But Davis is now at 29 pitches already. He's pretty much on pace for 100. And here is the 3-2 pitch. And he ticked it. Teoscar, you're chasing it quite a bit. Now, then again, it's baseball. The ball goes really fast, so I don't know how to judge it. But he ticked it. Remember in Benchwarmers, David Spade going, hey, I ticked it. He's spelled ticking it. And here is the full count. 3-2 count to Teoscar. And foul ball again. He's chasing it. That's 4 pitches in a row that Teoscar Hernandez is just chasing. He's like, Teoscar. Portland team. Meh, I don't really like Portland that much. And here is a 3-2 count once again. And that almost took the guy's head, but he is out. But if you saw that liner nearly took Davis's head. He's like, oh man, that almost got the wind knocked out of me. That's for sure. Josh, as the league is waiting for a slowdown from the Rays and A's to get their stadium situation finished, the A's look like they're in much better situation than the A's. Well, no one could be in a much more worse situation than the A's. Like, it doesn't look like the city is going to give them that stadium, which I wouldn't be surprised because given that city has a lot of problems, but it's just too much. Like, if I just talk about Oakland, it's just going to get way too political for me. And then here's Kelnick. He is batting .356 with 4 home runs. And some of you may have saw that I made a video on Jared Kelnick recently. Please keep giving that. Like Kelnick is 3 for 8 in the series. He was not good yesterday. Here's the pitch. Kelnick chases it for a foul ball. I really just want someone to hit a home run so I can play this home run tune that I got.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Jared Kelenic. He has a 9-game hitting streak right now. Good for him. 438 on that. Here is the 1-1 count. Good eye. He's being very patient at that plate because if that was 2021 Jared Kelenic, he probably would have chased it.
Mm-hmm.
And it says if A's and Josh would go, if A's move to Vegas, that would be good for other cities being considered for league expansion. I guess I can see that, but if A's, and here is the 2-1 pitch for Kelenic. Oh, it's a fly ball, and it is landing at the right field's glove. All right, back to showing commercials again.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jay Buhner.
Ultimate says, "Hey, why the long face?" Here's one for you.
Aren't you glad he decided to play right
Yes, he's not
field
a
for the
comedian.
Mariners instead?
Mm-hmm.
Call for season tickets.
Strike 3, you're out.
Nelson, give me your thoughts on those last 2 commercials.
Oh man, I mean those are pretty funny commercials, even today because Randy Johnson, dressing up as like a I guess a magic magician, I guess, and then that was pretty funny. He was just throwing and then of course there's a Jay Buhner's commercial, where he was just trying. I think he was just saying a lot of normal jokes, I guess, but it is pretty funny, especially because now he's in those truck commercials, and he's pretty animated in those, which is kind of funny as well. And then you can't forget about Dorktown, where he was telling Ken Griffey Jr., like, where the F were you, So yeah, Jay Buhner, he could be pretty animated, and maybe not back then, when he was a player or so, but now of course he is, But I could be
for
wrong.
sure. And as Nelson was talking, Castillo's already got an 0-2 count. Michael says Mariners got prediction this year. Maybe 90 wins. And it's a backhanded play. And Colton Wong just got him out. Probably his first highlight and only highlight of the Mariners so far.
Yeah.
What a play. Nice backhand. And look at that smile by Luis Castillo, 2-time Gold Glover. If you see that in slow motion, that was a nice little backhanded job and just done well. And I'm going to say around somewhere around the low 90s at best. And it's a strike 1 because the bullpen's not what it was last year. And they really didn't add anything to it unless you got Topa and Spire that can step up. And it's a strike 2. That really should have been a ball, but I'll take it. Strike 2.
The only person they really added to the bullpen was Taylor Saucedo, who I actually have history with, But other than that, I don't know. Who's
Taylor Saucedo?
Taylor Saucedo is a pitcher for the Mariners. I don't know if he is still on the Mariners, but
doesn't sound like it.
He actually
it's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Castillo is just in fuego.
And I went to high school with them.
And Caliente. High school. In Tahoma High School in Maple Valley. But yeah, Michael, the prediction, I'm going to say somewhere in the low 90s, hopefully. But worst case scenario, somewhere around the low 80s if they don't play up to their potential. 5 strikeouts away already for Luis Castillo. And here's the pitch. And it's a fly ball, but luckily that is foul. Yep, Colton Wong, he really needs to get something going. It just hit the bottom. It is ball 1.
Oh, man. All right, come on, Luis.
And it's a swing and a miss. Went right to Rome. It looks like it was a foul ball. And here we go. It is a 1-2 count. Colorado Rockies are 12-12 at all time in T-Mobile Park. Fun fact: Jay Buhner threw out Todd Helton in 2000 in one of those games.
Oh man.
Raul Ibanez also robbed a home run in 2006. I think that was also off Todd Helton.
Mm-hmm.
And Brian Severance got back into the plate. He's batting .429, 33 pitches for Castillo. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Foul ball. And if you're Colorado, that's probably a success if you're just hitting foul balls off Castillo, because other than that, you're striking out.
Mm-hmm.
And here it is, the 1-2 pitch. Fans seem like they're quiet, not clapping, but they should be loud. And here's the 1-2 pitch, and it's a wild pitch. Goes all the way back to the backstop. And since I finished the 95 commercials, maybe I'll show some other YouTube video. And my fans or people, if you give me a YouTube video to play, a short one out of my list, if you can access to it, and see where we go from there. And it's a line drive, and Kelenic makes the catch. It looked like he was going to hit his face, and with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball, I can see why it had a little bit of a throwback. But at the wheel retired aside, it is now top of the third, and I'm about to play some quick YouTube video, if I have one on my channel that's worth playing still. I don't think there is one right now. But it's a great game so far, to say the least. Castillo's pitching very well. And I don't really have anything to play that's worthy, but I guess I'm back to the lame commercials.
Oh, you have your closer, and the classic Bobby Ayala. He comes looking mean, the beard, those eyes. The man is scary. If he came to my house on Halloween, I'd give him all the candy that he wanted.
Cringe, because Bobby Ayala was a terrible pitcher for the Mariners in the bullpen.
Yeah.
Young Randy Johnson's neighbors could see his fastball coming.
Randy was our paper boy, and every afternoon he'd ride his bike down the street whipping papers. Even then, he threw 70 to 80 miles an hour. One day,
I wonder if that's actually true.
Whiskers.
Oh yeah,
Whiskers survived,
for sure, man.
but he's never been the same.
Poor little Whiskers.
Yeah.
This commercial was a little bit of a stretch.
Between Babe Ruth and Ken Griffey Jr. are remarkable. Ruth was a left-hand power hitter. Griffey was a left-hand power hitter. Ruth played for New York. Griffey has been to New York. And like Griffey, Ruth often wore his cap backwards.
Again, he always looks like the professor.
Coincidence? I say
the Turner Classic Movie from Nostalgia Critic.
I don't see any parallels with that. First of all, Griffey hated everything about New York. He wouldn't even play there. He said he'd retire.
Sure.
We got AJ Pollock up to bat. 37 pitches for Davis. He's and it's a foul ball right off of his foot. It is, and Pollock is 143 with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. Pollock hasn't really done anything in this series at all, unfortunately. And Josh says San Antonio getting a baseball team, and as they've been trying to get a football team, the Saints played in the Alamo Dome for like a split second. Here is the 0-2 pitch. It is strike 3 called, and Pollock just struck out. That's a strikeout for Davis. They're showing Papa Murphy's Pizza. I mean, does anyone like Papa Murphy's in this chat?
I don't know. I don't really order Papa Murphy's all that much. I mean, like I said before, at one point, I know Pizza Hut is always number 1. Then there's always Domino's, and then from there, maybe Papa John's at number 3. But I don't know. That's kind of starting to change, or at least that did change, especially since I did start to eat Mod Pizza a little bit more. And
Mod Pizza, yeah. And while Nelson's talking about pizza, we've got a 2-0 count on Colton Wong, 0 for 3 in the series. Now, Nelson, finish your pizza story.
And then I think it was about to end, but then I was about to say you can't forget about Zeke's either. Zeke's is good.
Zeke's is a great pizza, and I would totally have it again, but I'm trying to keep my weight down. Now, Colton Wong, he has struggled, but he at least is ahead of the count. It is 2-1. And here is the 2-1 pitch to Colton Wong, and he slaps it foul. Yes, we know why this guy loves Zeke's Pizza. We have every bit of reason why we know why. I don't want to know why. Please don't tell me. And here's Colton Wong working a 2-2 count. Here it is. And it's a line drive, and it's a base hit. That is the first hit for the Mariners today. A base hit. Very good for Colton Wong with his ability to get on base. And yes, the no-hitter is over. I don't want to say anything about Luis Castillo right now. All I know, Michael, Domino's, are you kidding me? Domino's is disgusting. It's grease and it's not even crisp. Oh, no, I think that just ruined my day. Mariners got to make it up for me. JP Crawford, 250 batting average, and he's watching a ball. Hey, Pizza Boy, Zeke's Pizza Boy. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Don't bring his name in there right now. Not appropriate. But JP Crawford is a 1-0 count. Josh is Modern Little Caesars. Meh. And it's 1-1 count to JP Crawford. Maybe it should have been a ball, but I don't really care. Some will say it's a strike, but who knows? And JP is working a 1-1 count. Has hit safely in all 4 plate appearances. Oh, and he's throwing, and he gets back on time for Colton Wong to make sure he doesn't steal. Michael, you must be late to that game. And then here's JP Crawford. Here is the 1-1 count. And it's a ground ball, and it is going through for a base hit. You got Colton Wong. He is going to third base, and he will make it with ease. It's a single for JP Crawford. Go. And he's showing that thing right there. Yep, another base hit. It goes, Michael goes, well, I'm one of those guys who grew up on it, so cut me some slack. Yeah, I can see that. That's kind of why I do the whole Jared Kelenic hits a home run in the 90s, because I'm obsessed with 90s Mariners baseball still to this day. So yeah, I can see where you're coming from, but I am not entitled to agree with you. Sorry. Now we got Julio Rodriguez put in a great position, could score. Like, this would be a great opportunity for Julio Rodriguez to score.
For sure. Absolutely. All right, come on, Julio. Come on,
it's a strike one. Strike one for Julio Rodriguez. And here is the 0-1 count. It is, and now it's a 1-1 count for Julio Rodriguez. Julio Rodriguez in the last 4 games is running and scoring position, batting .371 right now. And here's the pitch, and Julio takes a hack, and it's a swing and a miss. For Julio Rodriguez, he is down to an 1-2 count. And it's a ground ball. This is going to be a double play ball, and that is it. And the Rockies get out of a jam.
Ooh. Oh, that's got to be that's got to hurt.
That does hurt, very much so. And now they're out of the inning. And now it's Mariners commercial time. Do you think the Mariners will get another chance at a wild card? Well, obviously, I would think so.
They don't come any tougher than right field.
The thing about Buhner is his rifle arm, his explosive power. It's the haircut. It's the Buhner buzz. Forget Mantle, forget Ruth, forget Cobb. In my view, the weirdest haircut in all of Major League Baseball history belongs to Jay Buhner.
He was a raw rookie in 1990, but he changed the face of Mariners baseball.
When I first saw him, I thought that's not a mascot, that's a lump of shag carpeting with antlers. But then I saw him dance and skate. And I realized this kid is a natural. He may just ride that little scooter straight into Cooperstown someday. Well, maybe not.
Oh, Lou Piniella has a tough image, but
Lou Piniella.
there's a tough side to Lou. One summer, my daughter broke her leg roller skating, and in one game that season, Lou came after me. He said, "You're blind. How could you miss that call? You're a bushmeat. Come on, get your head in the game. Oh, another thing. I hope your daughter feels better." That's the kind of guy that Lou is.
That actually, I think that would be, because I think I remember Softy of KJR had a talk with Lou Piniella about that, and Lou usually does come to good terms with those umpires at the very end. So I guess it was all maybe stage and acting. No, but at least they were cool. Now I think of it, what happened to the Moose? Well, the Moose is still the mascot at Mariners games, isn't he? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's always a different person playing him.
Now it's back to the top of the lineup. Jerickson Profar is up to bat. It is a 1-1 count. We're back to this Mariners game. 1-1 count, and here's the other pitch. And it's a line drive, and right at Kelnick. He catches it. Kelnick's been playing at least pretty well defensively.
Oh, yeah.
And there it is, 30, just going into 40 pitches for this pitch. And here is whoever this guy is. I can't, just waiting for his name to pop up. And it's a ball. Chris Bryant, the man who hit the home run on Friday, who started it off. And I was thinking, oh, crap, Mariners will have a chance. And then Kelnick shut me up for that. And then here's Chris Bryant again. It is a 2-0 count. Looks like he is starting to, well, maybe at least for this one, he's behind the count. So Castillo's got lots to make up for. Here's the 2-0 count again. And that time it is a strike. And then it looks like, yeah, I kind of missed these comments. And here's the 2-1 count. It is a swing and a miss. Strike 2 for Luis Castillo. Castillo, or Chris Bryant, was the 2016 National League MVP for the Chicago Cubs. And now Chris Bryant, it is a 2 count, and here it is. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Yeah.
Castillo is just en fuego. Este caliente. Do you think we should have picked up Profar? I actually was thinking about it. If the Mariners were not going to get Brandon Nimmo, or if they weren't going to get Masataka Yoshida, or not even. But I don't think there was really much of a point, since we've already. Oh, and there's the pitch, and it's a ball. So, anyways, how I felt about that. I heard he's quite of a strikeout guy. Let me look up Jerickson Profar. And we're locking Blackman. It is a ground ball foul. It is a 1-1 count. But let's look at how Profar is doing. He has 2 home runs, batting .200, but he does strike out quite a bit. So maybe it wasn't much to lose to not get him. And it's a strike. And it's a 1-2 count. And hopefully this is it. And after, 1-2 count. And here it is. The 1-2 count. Oh, swing and a miss, went to the dirt. Strike 3. And since my lovely viewers are here right now, you are actually going to get an exclusive video for tomorrow that is coming out at 3 p.m. Some of you might be thinking that this is a stretch, but I'm going to show it to you guys right now because it's a video. And since you guys did tune into this, you are lucky enough just to see this one. And here it is. It is about this Mariners prospect. The title is Mariners Have Their Yordan Alvarez. In the 2022 playoffs,
Yordan Alvarez hit a game-winning home run off Robbie Ray in the American League Division Series, and it arguably crushed every bit of chance for the Mariners to beat the Astros. And I do have a video explaining how the Mariners got Alvarez on the Astros, so check that out. However, there is some good news. The Mariners have their own Yordan Alvarez. His name is Lazaro Montes. He joined the Mariners organization on January 15, 2022 through the international draft out of Cuba, same country Yordan Alvarez is from. He was 6'3" at the time, and now he has grown 4 inches in the past year, making him 2 inches taller than Alvarez. Both of them have amazing power in their bat and the ability to get on base. He is currently 13th in the list for Mariners prospects, along with being the 3rd best outfielder on the list. His hitting power was well displayed in the Dominican Summer League, where he blasted 10 home runs in 56 games with a .284 batting average, along with a .422 on base percentage, along with an exit velocity of passing 110 miles an hour. However, he did strike out 74 times in those 56 games, which would be 217 strikeouts in those 162 games. These numbers gave him a 33.2% strikeout rate, which is something that he will have to improve on. I did a quick chat with Joe Doyle, a senior analyst who mostly covers minor league baseball. Give him a follow on his Twitter and Patreon, as he does provide very detailed analysis on young baseball prospects. Link in the description and comments. As being naive, I did ask Joe if there was a chance that he would start in Modesto,
right now.
and he said that there would not be a
man.
chance whatsoever.
Come on,
He
Ty.
stated that just way too much swing and miss to throw him into a full season as an 18-year-old right now, which makes sense due to his high strikeout rate. He also stated that he maybe would get a shot in Modesto A-ball in July, and he even stated that he doesn't
2-0
compare
count
him
for
to
Ty
Yordan
France.
yet. He made a joke that he reminds him of Carlos Figueroa, the power-hitting prospect in the early 2010s. Until then, he is projected to start in either the Dominican Republic Rookie Leagues or the Arizona Rookie League. Hopefully, he will develop his batting discipline to help him advance to at least the minor leagues for this season. As of now, if everything goes his way, he is projected to be MLB ready by 2026. It remains to be seen what the future holds for him and where he would fit, since Teoscar Hernandez as of 2023 is the right fielder for the Seattle Mariners, and it depends how he develops his batting and just as a baseball player in general. Regardless, I look forward to following him throughout his baseball career, and hopefully it works out. Thanks for watching, and if you're interested in learning more about Mariners prospects, check out these videos.
Well, there it is. That's where I talked about the new Mariners prospect, but that video will be releasing tomorrow. So go ahead and stay tuned for that one. And Ty France with the walk. And Nelson, Ty France may have not hit that home run or got a hit, but what did he do?
He gets on base.
He gets on base. Sorry, I had to do that Moneyball thing. I just can't help it.
Yeah.
But Josh, I hope I'm not being too ridiculous about that Yordan Alvarez comparison. I mean, they're both from Cuba, so I don't think it's that crazy. And both of them have their strikeout issues. And now we've got Gino Suarez, Mr. Good Vibes Only.
Oh, yeah.
And he watches it go for a strike. It looked like it was a ball, but, well, umpire makes the rules.
Yeah.
And here's Eugenio Suarez. Again, he's batting .290, so his batting average has been dropping since that strikeout. And here it is. It is a strike 2 outside the strike zone, so it should be 2-0, but the umpire says otherwise. And here is another pitch coming the way. Here is Eugenio Suarez, and it's a ground ball foul, so at least he's going to work the man. But when it's 0-2, it makes me really nervous. And yes, Michael, yes, I definitely do appreciate it. And the other thing is, I'm actually looking to cover more Mariners prospects because I do want to get into more minor league baseball content. Not going to be much, but at least some of the players that are playing. And then we got an 0-2 count for Suarez. And here it is. And it's a foul ball again. At least like that he is. And Josh says, nah, the numbers look too nice. Just wait and see how he develops. Just as before Yordan left Cuba, he had 2 years of only 1 home run, which was an inside the park home run. Yeah, Yordan Alvarez had a pretty insane story. I mean, anyone who defects from Cuba, kudos, because Cuba is a very broken country. And we've got an 0-2 count for Eugenio Suarez. Here it is. And it's a ground ball. Base hit to right field. And we've got Ty France. Is he going to third base? Because I can't tell if he is. He is at second base. He doesn't really have that kind of speed anyway. But hey, Josh, imagine if what's his name, Lazaro Montez does work out, and if he actually is like Alvarez, can you imagine that rivalry when you have Montez and Alvarez looking at each other? I mean, we can only hope someday, but
yeah,
this guy's like barely 18 years old, so it's still years away. But something to look at. And here is Cal Raleigh. We've got 2 men on, and it's a pickoff attempt, and Cal Raleigh gets back in time. But yes, Josh, that would be so much fun if you can have Montez and Jordan. But Montez is projected to start maybe in Arizona Rookie League, so I'm not so sure if we're going to see him anytime soon. And now here is the pitch, and it's a ball. And that was actually the first pitch. And Cal Raleigh is actually our cleanup hitter. Actually, here's how I think it should go. I think it should be J.P. Crawford should be the leadoff hitter. Then you have Jared Kelenic. Then you've got I'm not going to – something like that. And then Cal Raleigh. He just hacked it. Ugly pitch. So maybe Ty France – no, Ty France should be number 5. No, maybe Ty France number 3. Suarez number 4. And then you got – Cal Raleigh number 5. I think I like that one. And then here is Cal Raleigh working a 1-1 pitch. It's a ball 2. And Josh says teams are always looking for that next Altuve or Jordan, and hopefully they work out, but they don't always work out, which is very true because minor league is a crapshoot. Like all these players have these talents, but sometimes things just don't work out. But at least good thing the Mariners have some academy in Dominican Republic. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It is a 2-2 count. It's Davis. He has 66 pitches going 4 innings, so he is looking a little bit tired out there because Mariners bats have been working him. They just haven't scored, leaving too many men on base. And Cal Raleigh swings it foul. And Cal Raleigh, or the Mariners have 14 runs this series. Not bad so far, especially when you have 5 runs. But Cal Raleigh is down to a 2-2 count. Can he actually drive in any kind of runs?
Come
Foul
on,
again.
Cal.
He is still working this guy, so it's not the worst thing in the world to. It's not the worst to just keep hitting foul balls because you really are working the pitcher. Davis
for sure.
He's turning a little bit red. But here is the 2-2 count. Davis on 68 pitches. Here it goes. And it's a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is 1 out. And if the Mariners don't, Mariners need to produce runs, absolutely, especially when you are completely just draining this hitter. Oh, man. This is not looking good. Now we got Teoscar Hernandez. Can he drive in those runs? And it's a ground ball, double play ball, and that's just could not be any easier. And that will retire the side. The Mariners leave 2 men on base. Not good at all. That makes me a little bit nervous. But now time to show some Mariners commercial. And, man, yeah, that just hurts. It hurts, man.
Yeah.
We are both
Excuse me while I go to the bathroom.
I'm sure we
enjoy
can
the
work
commercials.
together to come up with a solution that makes us both happy. I respect your opinion, but I feel very strongly about my views too. No thanks. I'm a hugger, not a fighter.
Oh man, what the?
Who writes this stuff?
The 1996 Seattle Mariners. You gotta love these guys.
You know, I spent a lot of time crouching behind the hitters in the American League. I get to talk to them. I get to know them a little bit, at least from a catcher's point of view. In fact, I've been collecting some snapshots of some of my favorite players. Kirby Puckett, Nice guy.
Wow, I just
Mark
came
McGuire
into that.
likes to do a lot of
Checking out
fishing.
someone's
Yeah.
butt.
Oh God.
Dan
Big
Wilson's such a
French
turf.
Used a wide-angle lens on this
my
one.
God.
Famous chicken. You can tell by the yellow tail.
The 96 Mariners. You gotta love these guys.
Oh, okay, this one's a little bit serious.
Joey, are you okay? Hurts so much to lose. We play so hard. We came so close. I know. Don't take it so hard, Joey. So do you think I'm overreacting? Yeah, just a little. It's only the third game of spring training.
The 1996 Seattle Mariners. You gotta love these guys.
Well, there you are. And looks like I just came back to some interesting things. I've got Luis Castillo still pitching. Josh says, you have someone like Cooper Manning. Actually, Cooper Manning, I think, was a wide receiver, I'm pretty sure. But he does have a son, I believe, is Arch Manning. He's another quarterback prospect. He just committed to, I think it was Texas. And now here's the pitch to Luis Castillo. It's a foul ball. Wait, Castillo is the pitcher. Never mind. But yeah, Cooper never went pro. Yeah, that is correct. Oh, another got any Mariner prediction players for breakout? And JP Crawford just threw the guy out. Breakout Mariner predictions other than JK, he was pretty much my only one. I was maybe hoping Robbie Ray having like a breakout of like a comeback kind of season because he did regress, but looks like that's not going to happen. And Mariners are working with one out right now. But in terms of breakout, not sure. I can't really tell from any of them. And that is a ball. Yeah, but I can't really think of any more breakouts. I was also thinking about Andres Munoz to be like the closer of the future for the Mariners, but looks like that's not happening since he's hurt, and it looks like they're going for Seawald as a closer. And a 1-1 pitch. Castillo, it is going a little bit outside. It's a 2-1 count. Castillo with an 89-mile-an-hour fastball. And Josh said it is rare to have a breakout Verlander season at that age. Yes, it definitely is. And Verlander really did come back from that awful Tommy John injury that nearly ended his career. At one point, I thought the Mariners should have at least went for him at one point, but that didn't happen. But it's a 2-2 count. Here's Castillo, 55 pitches. That's pretty good pacing. And it's a foul ball. And whenever you see those foul balls, you start to get a little bit nervous for Castillo because that's when the pitch count just goes up. But Ryan McMahon has had 3 career seasons with 20-plus home runs as they are showing that on the TV. And it's a 2-2 count for Luis Castillo. And it's a 3-2 count. Do you think we'll see a pitcher ever win 300 wins? Josh, I don't think so because it looks like pitchers are being load managed these days. They don't really go the full way. So a lot of no decisions. And another foul ball. Ryan McMahon's really working this guy. That's where Castillo, he's throwing a 96, so at least the speeds and the velocity is still there, but can't expect that to last forever. And he's almost going into 60 pitches going into the 5th inning. Here's the 3-2, and another foul ball. Michael, who do you think will be the next 300 winner? It's still really rare to see a 300, but I will say this. If Felix Hernandez at least got more decent run support, it would have been possible for him to get 300 and the Hall of Fame considerations. And it's a ground ball to JP Crawford. He is got it. Great defensive play by JP Crawford.
Oh, nice.
That just, 2 outs. And reminds me where Mariners do have a couple exciting prospects to look forward to. You got Cole Young, who is in Modesto. He is absolutely on fire right now. Let me look at Cole Young right now because I've been following some minor league baseball, which I do, and a lot of you Mariners fans should, or baseball fans in general. As we see an 0-1 or a 1-0 count as a ball, we've got Cole Young has 5 doubles, 6 RBIs, 4 stolen bases, 10 walks, and 4 strikeouts, which is insane. Like, if all said could be done, maybe we see Cole Young as like that leadoff hitter because We don't necessarily need home run hitters in the future. We need someone that can get on base. And we need a leadoff hitter because I just don't think Julio's the leadoff hitter of the future. And that is a fly ball. And it was a pop up. It looked like it was a fly ball, but it goes right to Pollock. And that is the third out. Time to head over to the commercials again.
Oh, yeah.
I am so getting copyright striked for this.
Oh, man. Oh, here we go.
Last year. I'll deliver to his office. This year, we went for the rack of lamb. Oh, I sure hope he's hungry.
Oh.
96 Mariners. You gotta love these guys.
Oh, Junior.
Jay Buhner swatting something, I guess.
Oh, snap. Oh, man.
I didn't quite get under it.
The 1996 Seattle Mariners. You gotta love these guys.
That's my back.
Oh, here we go.
You're all right, Edgar. You're all right.
What about my follow through?
Oh, my, Edgar. Your follow through is just right. Just like we talked about. Looking good, Edgar.
Coach, I'm gonna die.
Royal flush.
Let me see that.
That's good, Edgar. You're done for today.
The 1996 Seattle Mariners. You gotta love these guys.
We're pretty good coaches, aren't we, Lee?
Well, anyways, we're going into, looks like the bottom of the 5th inning. This game is breezing out so far. It says, yeah, they are, and Justin Verlander's the only one who might reach it, but he is more than 40. Yep, definitely. Jared Kelnick's up to bat. Can he do something? And it is a ball. Good eye by, well, it was obvious that it was a ball. It was like really wild throw. Jared Kelnick is 0 for 1 with a line out in the 2nd inning. It looked like it was going to be a good solid hit, but it was just right straight to him. So nope. But Kelnick batting .348 with 4 home runs. Kelnick watching it, going for ball 2.
Come on, Jared. You got to hit
Jared's
the ball
got to do
like
something.
Popeye. I don't know. Every time I see Jared Kelnick, just because of not only does he have like the personality like Brady, but like he just has that tough personality, and like he looks like he could be like one of those sailors, you know, like that looks like Popeye in some ways.
Very interesting analogy. But he does give me those Bryce Harper feels.
Yeah.
And Jared Kelnick is working a 2-0 count. He is ahead of a count. He cannot screw this up. Here it is. Oh, that was a terrible swing. But it looked like, I guess it had a last minute breaking, so it was like some kind of slider. I'm not good at reading pitches. I will admit that. But 73 pitches so far for Davis. And Kelnick hits it foul. He had to hit that one, but just couldn't get on contact with it. It is now a 2-2 count. Imagine if he strikes out off a 2-0 count, because I've seen him strike out off a 3-0 count. But here is Kelnick. He is fighting off a 2-2 count. And here it is. Good eye. It is 3-2. At least he's a little bit more patient at the plate than he was last year. And on deck is AJ Pollock. And here it is for a 3-2 count. And that is ball 4. He will take his base. And Nelson, Jared Kelnick didn't hit a home run. He didn't get a hit, not even an extra base hit. But what did he do?
He got on base.
He got on base.
Yeah.
That's what matters most. When if you have a strike 2 going against you, as you can walk, that is as valuable as a hit.
Yeah, and of course, at the end of the day in baseball, it's all about the points. It's all about the points in some ways.
And here is AJ Pollock, and Noah Davis is at 77 pitches in 5 innings. I would imagine that the bullpen is going to get some work right now because Mariners are just tearing him up. Well, at least getting on base and hitting foul ticks, but gotta imagine the bullpen's going to come in. Then you got AJ Pollock. It is a foul. And as it is right now, the last 300 winner was Randy Johnson, who got his 300th win and retired in 2009. And then the next year after that, the Giants won the 2010 World Series. And Randy Johnson had a terrible ending with the Mariners. It was a really sad story. And I intend to tell you in this commercial because I'm getting tired of showing these commercials. But here's AJ Pollock with an 0-2 count. It looks like there's a Kelenic was trying to steal, but now he has to go back. But I'm gonna leave this comments right here so I can remember myself on the story of Randy Johnson leaving Seattle. And it was not a pretty story whatsoever. 79 pitches. It's going to be pitch number 80 for Davis, working with an 0-2 count against AJ Pollock. Can Pollock do something?
Mm-hmm.
And here is the pitch, and it's a foul tick. So at least he's foul ticking. So not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I ticked it. I ticked it again. All right, and here is Pollock. And it's a pickoff, but he is back in time. Davis has reached 80 pitches. Mariners have never swept a 3-game series against the Rockies. I guess it was since 1997. And here's the pitch, and it's ball 1. But yes, that was that inaugural time when the Mariners did sweep against the Rockies back in 1997. I am going to look up some things. But AJ Pollock is working on a 1-2 count right now. And here's the pitch. And it's a line drive. And looks like that is a foul ball. It looked like it was going to be fair. So dang close.
Oh, man.
But yeah, that's what happened. And here it is. The Mariners against the Colorado Rockies. Yes, it was a 2-game series back in 1997. They won 12-11 their first game, and then 6-1 off of Randy Johnson. Bob Wells was the winner of that one. So that was their first ever sweep. So I guess beginner's luck. And they also swept the Dodgers right after that. So they started interleague in their history 4-0. Talk about beginner's luck.
Mm-hmm.
And here is AJ Pollock still working on a 1-2 count. It looked really good, but it was foul. Ball 2. We got a 2-2 count. But man, these Mariners offense, it's like, where is it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't like blaming the Mariners offense. I just love blaming the bullpen, but not good. And it's a 2-2 count. Again, this is a really long at bat for AJ Pollock, but he is working Davis pretty well. Mm-hmm. And here it is. And Kelenic is stealing second, and it gets on by. And Kelnic's going for third base, but it looked really boneheaded. And at the throw to third, he is safe. Kelenic has reached third base. 2 stolen bases all at once. It looked like Kelenic was going to be out. But the throw to second was very off track. Then Kelenic at the last second decided to go for third. It was very gutsy, and he still made it.
Yeah.
And they're showing the replay. And Kelnic's like, okay, let's go. But it looked like there was a chance, but the throw was off course. If that throw was nailed, if it was like Ichiro throwing it, he would have been out easily. But Kelenic with his hustle.
Definitely.
That's the value of getting on base.
Yeah, for sure.
Even when I play softball, I try to just get on base. And now 3-2 count. Can Pollock get a walk? And it's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. It was a nice breaking pitch. Pollock goes down, but he did work Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just get like a sacrifice fly or maybe a squeeze bunt. Like, Mariners don't squeeze bunt whatsoever, which really this one they should do a squeeze.
For sure.
Here is Colton Wong. I think he just got into the hundreds. And he just watches a strike. At least just put it in the air or just make it playable where he can make just put it in play somewhere. Colton Wong batting 119 with 3 RBIs. And here's the 0-1 pitch. And a strike. Not sure about that one. But Mariners are now 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. This is not good. Can the Mariners score with Jared Kelenic at third base? And it's a foul ball. It is now still an 0-2 count. Oh, boy. And Colton Wong working against 88 pitches on Davis. Here is the 0-2 count. And here she comes. And it's a fly ball pop-up. This is not even worth a sacrifice fly. It is just going straight down. Didn't even get past the first base.
Snap.
Now the Mariners are at 2 outs. If they don't score, this is going to be a massive disappointment.
But
I'm telling you, if the Mariners don't score, because Mariners don't really seem to score when pitchers are doing well. But here's J.P. Crawford. Here's the pitch, and it is a ball. So if this goes in the air or in the ground, you, of course, have got to run. Too bad no, it's hard. It's that hard to steal home. But here is the 1-0 pitch. Good eye. And Josh says in the bottom of the ninth, Phillies are up 14-3. Poor David Bell. David Bell, former Mariners third baseman in the 2001 team from 98 to 2001. There's JP. Ball 3. Great eye. That's the thing. That's the good thing about Crawford where he's underrated about. He really is patient at the plate. And it's a 3-0 count. I said that 100. I said counts all the time. And here she comes. And that is ball 4. Take your base. Now, J.P. Crawford may have not gotten the hit, which I wish he did, but what did he do?
He gets on base.
Even Josh is catching on to that. Now we got Julio Rodriguez. Now, Julio has been pitching very well. You got Ty Blatch, by the way, working in the bullpen. Looks like he's going to be coming out real soon. I don't even know if he's ready. Oh, looks like he is going to get pulled. Davis is going to leave the mound with 3 men on base. It looks like I don't know if that's the pitching coach or the manager. I can't really tell. I know I'm going to probably lose credibility over this, but whatever. But it looks like he's either having a little chit chat or they're going to pull him out. Let's see what he does. Because I think they're still warming up the pitcher in the bullpen.
Yeah.
And I think that was just pitching coach just saying, but 93 pitches in 5 innings. You really did work this guy. And it looks like Mariners are trying to get loud. Got Julio Rodriguez up to bat. With runners in scoring position, he's been doing very well. He's our leadoff hitter, which I don't think he's going to be the leadoff hitter going into the future. Just like when Mike Trout started as a third baseman or a leadoff hitter. He has struck out and grounded into a double play. And here's Julio. He watches a strike.
Oh, boy.
Is batting 246. He is struggling a little bit, other than yesterday where he did hit at least 4 RBIs. And that is a pop-up, and I think that should do it, unfortunately.
Oh, man.
And the Mariners once again leave 3 men on base. If the Mariners lose today, not only would it be the story of the bullpen potentially screwing it up, but also the Mariners just not scoring any runs.
Yeah.
Now, Josh said earlier that Randy Johnson was the last 300 pitcher in Major League Baseball. Now, the fact was, after the 1997 season, Randy Johnson was going to be a free agent after the 1998 season, and he was looking for a contract extension. But however, Chuck Armstrong wanted no part of it. He basically called him washed up and old, and I guess he used two factors to not sign him. His back injury back in 1996, and then after that, his performance in the American League Division Series where the Baltimore Orioles just completely just wrecked him 9-3. And because of that, Chuck Armstrong, I think, used that as an excuse to just not give Randy Johnson that contract extension. So Randy Johnson pretty much just milked it in the first half of 1998. He wanted a trade. He even admitted that he was distracted mentally. He said it had nothing to do with his performance. It was just what was between his ears. Then the Mariners traded him away for the prospects Carlos Guillen, Freddie Garcia, and John Halama. Freddie Garcia turned out to be a pretty decent pitcher for the Mariners, was a two-time All-Star. Carlos Guillen was decent, at least was getting doubles, made a game-winning bunt in the 2000 series, 2000 American League Division Series, and John Halama was an okay backhand starter, to say the least.
Yeah.
Looks like we got 2 extra comments flying in there. Old and retired at the age of 45. Yep. Chuck Armstrong called him basically washed up when he was 34 years old and was coming off of a Cy Young caliber season only to lose to Roger Clemens of the Toronto Blue Jays. But yes, Josh, remember when you had Randy Johnson on the Houston Astros? He teared it up in 1998. Clearly was not washed up one bit. And now we got Luis Castillo, who just threw it up there in the corner. Inside corner, 1-0. Now it is 2-0. Looks like he's maybe losing some steam. I don't know, but not for someone that has only 63 pitches, so he should still keep going. And it's a swing and a miss. He tried to trick him. Pretty good strategy. But Harold Castro is up to bat right now. Yep, his Houston season was dominant after having a 10-1 record. That is an understatement. Now it's a 2-2 count. But yeah, Randy Johnson, he was 10-1 with a 1.28 ERA, 116 strikeouts too. And it's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Got Luis Castillo was working off of a 2-0 count and struck him out. Castillo is just unbelievable today. Now let's see how many strikeouts Luis Castillo has. I gotta see this. And it's another swing and a miss. And I know what's going on right now. Everyone's saying it about Luis Castillo, but please don't say anything because I don't want to jinx it. But Castillo now has 8 strikeouts. That's the story today. And it's a strike 2. With the way this is going, Scott Service, knock on wood, I'm knocking it really hard. Let him complete this game.
Oh, yeah.
He has 70 pitches going into the 6th inning. And has an 0-2 count on Alan Trejo. Can't even say his name right. But here's the 0-2 pitch. Oh, was outside. Kind of lost his little control at the last minute. Yeah, Castillo with 8 strikeouts. Josh, you just jinxed it. Josh, why? Because you're an Astros fan, that's why. Jinxed it. Yep, Randy Johnson had a 1.28 ERA, and then in the playoffs in 1998, as Castillo's winding up, here's the 1-2 pitch, and it's a foul ball. But in the American League Division Series, where they lost 3-1, oh boy! So Johnson in the first game of the National League, and here's the pitch, and it's a fly ball. Right to Kelenic. He should catch that no problem, and he catches it.
Yeah.
But here's what happened. Johnson pitched 8 strong innings, pitched 106 pitches, 9 strikeouts, but he gave up 2 runs. It was a home run. But the lack of run support really did not help. And then going into the next game, it was like game 4. Here's Castillo. He's got another strike. It is 6-1. Yeah, the Padres killed him 6-1. Johnson went 6 innings. They pulled him with only 78 pitches. And it's a ground ball to Suarez. Good vibes only. And he did show the good vibes only.
Yeah. Good throw.
Good throw indeed. And there it is. And Jay Buhner is about to be on this commercial.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
This was a time when National League hitters were actually hitting.
This year, our pitchers get to hit in National League ballparks, so I'm working with them with a little extra BP. There you go. Look at that one. Stay back.
Oh, yeah.
Hands up just a little bit higher, Jeff.
Jeff Acero.
Try to wait as long as you can, Scott. That's the one. Stay back a little bit, Jamie. Hey, I got to tell you, they're looking pretty good. Hey, bring it down. Throw them strikes, would you?
Sorry, Mr. Buhner.
Perfect example
You
of
gotta love
staging.
these guys.
Oh, yeah.
Get down low, plant your foot, and you drive.
Move, quick. Pick it up. Come on, Norman, let's move it.
See how Rich gets into position? He bends his knees. When he's like this, he can get a quick first step. He's low to the ground and he can explode.
Every year, the Mariners lead the American League in shaving cream pie attacks. Why? Because they work at it. The 97 Mariners. You gotta love these guys.
These guys are good. Baseball's a thinking game. Every pitch, you got to think. Concentrate. Ask questions.
I wonder, would he pitch out on a 2-2 count?
Why do fans saying take me out to the ball game when they're already here? Why is abbreviation such a long word? Why are there interstate highways in Hawaii?
If a cow laughed real hard, would milk come out his nose?
A thinking ball club is a winning ball club.
The 97 Mariners. You gotta love these guys.
And yeah, my favorite one was the pitching with the whole, hey, bring it down. Sorry, Mr. Buhner. It's like our connection's starting to be a little buggy at that moment, but Luis Castillo, it is going into the 7th inning, looks like. So we'll see how that goes. It looks like our feed is getting a little bit buggy at the very moment. It at least was, and it still is. And here's Ty France. Viva la France. It is a 1-0 count. Josh says, other 300 runners that retired like a year or two before Randy Johnson were Roger Clemens, Tom Glavine, Greg Maddux. They retired in 2007 and 2008. All were great pitchers, especially Greg Maddux, Roger Clemens, balanced breakfast. Oh, Roger Clemens. I'll never forget his beef with Mike Piazza. Here's the pitch, and it is a ball. Looks like my connection is getting a little buggy at the very moment. Here it is a 3-0 count, and it's a strike. Just had to be a strike. All right, good. My connection's starting to. Nope. Went back to 1 bar. Not good. Yep. See, you can see my hands like all warping. Here's a 3-1, and that is a ball 4. And Nelson, Ty France did not get a hit, but what did he do?
He got on base.
He got on base indeed. And everyone that is watching the show, how is my feed going on? Is it buggy like the way I'm seeing it? I guess we'll see. And blackout restrictions need to be banned. I don't know. But here is Eugenio Suarez, the good vibes only. He watches it for a strike. As this has been a very long, it's been a really quick going game. It says a little bit, it comes as it goes. So let's just keep it that way for now. I hope, at least. I just hope the feed doesn't die because that'd be pretty embarrassing. And it is an 0-1 count for Eugenio Suarez. And if you're a hockey fan, Oh, it's a ground ball foul. But if you're a hockey fan, Kraken will play in the playoffs on Tuesday. So we'll see how it goes. And Nelson, congratulations to your New York Knicks beating my Cleveland Cavaliers in the first game.
Oh, in the playoffs?
Yep.
Oh,
and it's an 0-2 count for Eugenio Suarez. And here it is, and ball. I actually thought the umpire was going to call that a strike.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here it is. Once again, Eugenio Suarez is now 1-2 pitch, and it's a line drive, and it is caught, and that is out, and that will be 1 out. The Rockets got the stay at the home bowl. From what I've seen from the Houston Rockets, all they do is just jack up shots. That's all they ever do. It sounds like a very dysfunctional team.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Houston. But honestly, they never really had a shot, even with James Harden, because the guy just doesn't play defense. But the Houston Rockets that I remember are these following, other than Yao Ming, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Steve Francis. Those guys were very memorable, especially Hakeem Olajuwon, the dream. And now here is Cal Raleigh up to bat. And that is a ball. He is working on a 1-0 count. He is 0 for 2 with a flyout and a strikeout. He's trying to work at it. Here's Cal Raleigh. He watches it going for ball 2. Can Cal Raleigh get on base? Oh man, if I had longer cords, I can totally just plug in my router because it's kind of Wi-Fi is kind of down right now. No, Michael, it's totally me right now. It's even says my bars are down. I think I'm gonna try to I'm gonna shut down some of my devices.
All right.
Gonna turn off some Wi-Fi for some. Maybe even my Switch, I'll turn that off because I have a Nintendo Switch. They are, but the Rockets aren't dead last at least. Well, if you're dead last, you'll have a better chance for number 1 pick, even though the lottery doesn't really play in the favors for the tankers anymore. And you spoiled it again, Josh. But Cal Raleigh, he did not get that hit. But Nelson, what did he do?
He got on base.
He got on base. And while they're showing a commercial of Matt Griffin, I'm going to turn off my Nintendo Switch. I put my Switch on sleeping mode at this very moment. And look where they are. It is 2 men on base, 1 out. Josh, my favorite Switch game right now. Once commercial break hits, I'll show you my entire library of Switch games. Do you have any Switch games, Josh? I'm going to keep that on right now. But now you've got Teoscar Hernandez is up to bat. Can the Mariners score for once as he watches a strike?
Huge. Come on, Teoscar.
But yes, on commercial break, I will show my entire Nintendo Switch gaming collection. And on Friday, it's Advanced Wars is about to be added to it. But here is another pitch to Teoscar and a swing and a miss 0-2 pitch.
Oh, man.
This offense is just absolutely atrocious today.
Oh, jeez.
Josh says he has a decent amount. The new Zelda game, even though it's $70. Josh, do you play Advanced Wars? And it's a pop-up. Nope, there's no man on third base. No one's gonna run on that. Oh, looks like Ty France is staying. Josh, did you play the OG Advanced Wars when it was like 2001 and like 2004? Yeah, let me know what your feelings on the old Advance Wars for the old Game Boy Advance. And looks like they are going to pull him out already. Looks like they're switching. So here's what they're doing. They're putting up a lefty against Jared Kelenic. And as we go to the commercial break, let me get my collection of Game Boy games or Switch games.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's what I've got, Josh. Did this just for you, but I got Super Mario Strikers, Donkey Kong, Mario Golf, Metroid Dread, and Tennis.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Fire Emblem, from what I heard, is similar. But yeah, Josh, go check out Advance Wars. Maybe we'll play each other. Tony Hawk, I didn't really enjoy that game. And here is Mario and Sonic Olympic Games. Switch Sports. They need to add baseball on that, for crying out loud, because there's Wii Sports baseball, but they haven't added it on the Wii Sports yet. Then you got Mario Kart, of course. I got the old classic Doom, Super Mario, Super Smash Bros, and Mario Party. The game I have on my Switch right now at the very moment, I'm not sure what I have. Oh, it's Metroid Prime is what I have on my Switch right now. And Josh, by any chance, have you played any of the Metroid games? My favorite one is Fusion. But yep, they're showing the commercial break. So here is why they're putting in they're putting the lefty against Jared Kelenic, because Jared Kelenic's a lefty. He is awful against lefties. So they're going to try to see if they can play the matchup game. I mean, it'll work well on Kelenic, I guess, but I hope Kelenic can prove them wrong.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Now they're showing the gambling favorites for Luis Castillo. Maybe I will put some of my money in there going to the casino. They need to make a Mario baseball game, and I do need to pick up my Prime. I have not seen. It has been on my radar, even though it can be hard. Yeah, Prime, I just couldn't get into it. I'm a Metroid 2D player kind of guy. And then Mario Baseball. They need a Mario Baseball, but I did not like Mario Baseball on the GameCube. It was basically RBI Baseball with Mario. I didn't like it one bit. I just didn't. And now here is Jared Kelenic. Can he do something? It is a ball. All right. So it's batting sixth in the order is Jared Kelenic. Rockies put in a lefty for matchup purposes. Hopefully it backfires. And here's the pitch to Kelenic. It is a 2-0 count. And this is a very dire need. Mariners are working with 2 outs, 3 men left on again. Castillo can only do so much. You got to give him something to work with. But Kelenic is now working a 2-0 count. And here is the pitch. He checked the runners. It is ball 3. Hopefully he gets on base on this one. But I would totally like to see Kelenic just drive in anything. Josh says it will probably be in line with something like Wii Mario baseball game, which I would totally buy. That is only one of the big Mario sports games. They haven't gotten the Switch game. And here's the pitch to Kelenic, and he ticks it. He ticked it. Nelson, he ticked it.
Oh, man. Yeah.
All right. And Kelenic is working with a 3-1 count. Can he finish this job? Can he at least walk or drive in those runs? Here's Kelenic. And it's a line drive, and it's a base hit. I think France is going to score. Is he going to score? He is on his way home. The throw to the plate, and the catcher bobbled it. The Mariners are on the board. Unbelievable. And now I just have to play this song.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Jared Kelenic with an RBI single. He conquered the matchup difficulties. what a hit by Jared Kelnick. But yeah, that if you're wondering why I was playing that song, so whenever the 2001 Mariners scored, they played that song immediately. Here is AJ Pollock. Can he do some insurance? And that is a ball. Good eye. And that should have been out, but the catcher lost the ball. It just popped out of his glove, I think, or I don't even know, but I thought he was going to be out. Here is AJ Pollock to bat. It is a 1-0 count, and it is a ball. Josh says, I wish GameCube games were not so expensive. Josh, you are right on that one. But the reason why GameCube games are expensive is because for some reason, GameCube just happened to connect with the nostalgia. It just happened to. I don't know. They had really good cutting edge games. And then here's Pollock. He is a fly ball. That is probably going to do it. The right fielder is barely taking a few steps. And he has just caught it. And looks like Nelson just lost the feed. I'm going to try to invite him back. But the Mariners score. They lead 1-0. And until then, please enjoy the next commercials.
So he'll have more pop in his bat, more speed from first to third, more zip on his relay throw. But mostly he works out. So he'll look good in the Mariners' new jerseys. The 97 Mariners. You gotta love these guys.
Josh, so yeah, I have a curious question. Have you ever heard of DK Oldies? It's a retro online gaming store based off of Philadelphia. They've actually reached a lot of controversy due to marketing their products as refurbished, which they really aren't, but they've been getting a lot of flack for not actually refurbishing their consoles. Like when you refurbish consoles, you actually you open it up and you actually clean it and everything, and then you can sell it. But you got to clean everything. Get all the dust out of there. Maybe replace some of the hardware because some of the hardware could be broken or just compromised. But yeah, I actually refurbished my own Game Boy Advance. And Josh says, yeah, I have heard of them for all the wrong reasons. The only thing I might buy out of DK Oldies, I'm not going to buy their consoles because I'd rather take my chances of spending like $50 to $100 on a retro console. But I'll at least buy the games. At least their prices are somewhat reasonable on the price for the games. But the consoles are a complete, absolute ripoff. And if you've noticed in the last month, their prices have actually dropped because of the whole PR nightmare. Nelson, welcome back to the show. Looks like you lost your feed. And Castillo's at 77 pitches, going at 1-0. And Josh, do you have any recommendations for nostalgic? Like, what's your advice on nostalgic gaming purchases? Otherwise, I'm just going for emulators. I think that's Jerickson Profar. He is up to bat right now. He's going off of a 2-1 count, going to the top of the 7th inning. And here it is. And that is a strike, 2-2. All right. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Pitch number 81. And that is a fly ball. And there it goes. The perfect game has officially ended. But look at that. Luis Castillo immediately gets a standing ovation for his amazing performance. He pitched 6 perfect innings on 81 pitches. Scott Service, please let him still pitch.
Yeah,
I would have waited. I would have held that. I would have held that standing ovation until the end of the inning. But
I hear you.
Profar gets on base. Rockies on the board, and there's a foul ball, and I am immediately nervous because someone is on base because Chris Bryant is up to bat.
Oh yeah, he's good.
But Chris Bryant is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the pitch. And it's a ground ball, but not going to get basically anyone. Now there's two men on base. And 83 pitches for Castillo. I think this is where Scott Service is going to warm up the bullpen right now. I think where it starts. And if you can see, you don't even see anyone in the bullpen warming up right now. But it looks like this is the time. But it looks like Castillo's going to have to tough out on this one. It is 2 out, not even 1 out. And CK888. It is really sad to see what the Rockies have become. Just a few years ago, they had a pretty nice squad. They've had plenty of nice squads before over the years, especially the Todd Helton and the Larry Walker team. They still couldn't do it. And it's a pop-up going foul, and it's going way foul. It's going over the screen. It's not even catchable one bit. Josh says, but it depends on your budget and stores nearby. I would say it's definitely store dependent for your video gaming nostalgic purposes. The only reason why nostalgic games have been on the rise is because the new games are just not that good anymore because of microtransactions. But here's the pitch. Is 1-1. And CK888, I definitely appreciate you being part of this channel. You would be definitely a welcome addition for all my other videos, especially when you give, especially that other guy that you love, that you give really good facts about. And it's a 1-2 count. So for Charlie Blackmon, he's already 0 for 2. Let's hope that he can get a strikeout out of this one, or at least double play, triple play ball. Charlie Blackmon working a 1-2 count. And here's the pitch from Castillo. And it's a swing and a miss. And it's a strike 3.
Yeah.
Josh says, as technically I have Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, which a loose disc selling an average of market value of $225, but it's very scratched up, so it often doesn't work. That sounds like something that DK Oldies would sell. And I think after this, I think I'm going to show some DK Oldies YouTube videos. I'm going to just go to DK Oldies right now. But just to note, and it's a ground ball, and you're only going to get a play at first, but the runners will advance, but the Mariners have at least 2 outs.
For
and
sure.
Actually, after this one, instead of talking about DK Oldies, I want to talk about the Mario movie as our commercial break.
Yeah.
Maybe a resurface will fix it. Well, yeah, check those out. I heard they use some special liquids in those machines, and eventually it could actually fix your disc, but it's a half 50-50 thing. Matt Brash is in the bullpen. I disagree with that because Matt Brash, you don't want him in this situation. Not when it's a 1-run lead. Not a situation like this, but I expect Luis Castillo to be pulled after the 7th inning, unfortunately. But I think he should get at least one more inning out of it. As long as he doesn't get, because he's going to get to 100 if he tries to go for that complete game, but complete games don't really happen. And here's the pitch. And it's a swing and a miss. 2 strikes away from getting out of this inning. And I think we're going to talk about Wait, Nelson, did you see the Mario movie?
I did end up seeing, actually.
Oh, so you haven't watched it yet. So, yeah, maybe we're not going to talk about the Mario movie because I don't want to ruin it for you.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard me.
I didn't hear anything, unfortunately.
Maybe I'll check.
And here is Castillo working an 0-2 count. And it's a line drive caught by Crawford. And the inning is over, and the Mariners get out of a jam. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. I'm not good. Does anyone want me to sing? Because while I am maybe looking to sing, I am probably just going to play the 7th inning stretch. Oh, and looks like they're checking Castillo's glove at the very moment. Or I think they're going to play God Bless America. Everyone stand up. All right, they're going to play God Bless America. So I'm standing up for it. Josh, do I own a Virtual Boy? I do not own a Virtual Boy, and I intend to keep it that way since it was a monstrosity of a disaster.
All right, before we sing, take out the ball game here on this Sunday, we ask you to please rise to direct your attention
I'm gonna get my flag.
Mm-hmm.
And what a performance done for the God Bless America anthem. And now it is time for Take Me Out to the Ball Game. I think I'm just going to share the screen because I don't want to sing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just going to sing it myself. Wait, no, I think I'm going to play instrumental.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't score, so down 1-0.
And look at Nelson dancing. And what a dancing performance by our friend Nelson. Give him a round of applause. And looks like we got Josh. Yeah, I don't own a Virtual Boy, Josh. And yeah, it is. I should know I own one. You own a Virtual Boy, Josh? How's that experience? And then in Texas, they would play deep in the heart of Texas. I mean, Texas is a heavily patriotic country. They love America more than the other 49 states probably combined.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an old saying for the Californians moving to Texas: don't California my Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Josh, I'm sure you've seen a lot of California license plates recently, especially in Houston. Here's Colton Wong working a 1-1 count. But yep, here we are. It's batting 116. Colton Wong, very trippy and red. Yes, wow. I'm sure you got an eye strain out of it too. I heard they say take frequent breaks, and I think there's a YouTube channel called the Angry Video Game Nerd. Maybe I will play it just as a way of just being engaged with the audience, but he does a review on
the Angry Video Game Nerd.
Yep, he does a review on the Virtual Boy.
That's funny.
Let me see how long the Virtual Boy video is. It's about 15 minutes long. I don't think there would be enough time to play it though. Especially these commercials are not long enough.
It's all good.
And Colton Wong just swings and misses. Strike 3.
Oh, man.
Not good. And just by looking at Luis Castillo, I think that was his last pitch. But for a 1-0 game, I would still keep him in there. It was just one bad hit that led to another bad. It's just another fielder's choice kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or it was an infield base hit. Oh, the next 3 pitches got Chris Flexen, nervous for that. Logan Gilbert, and to be determined for the Seattle Mariners after that. Probably going to be Marco. Who knows? Still on paternity leave. And Josh says, I don't play enough to get that, but I only have Mario Tennis and Galactic Pinball. I heard the pinball wasn't that great because no matter how hard you hit that button, it doesn't really make an impact at all. And Mario Tennis, yeah, I played Mario Tennis. It was pretty cringe when I saw it on Virtual Boy. You know what? On the commercial break, I'll show a little Mario Tennis. It's hard to tell anything. Yeah, I guess so. But here is JP Crawford. So 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. And JP chased it for a foul. Strike 2. And here is the pitch to JP. And it's a ground ball, still foul.
Aw.
Julio Rodriguez is due up to bat. And here's the 1-2 count. And it's a ground ball to the first baseman. And that will be an easy put out.
Oh man. Dang.
It goes, the one that I might try is Wario Land. I heard that's a great game, but not ideal to play on one sitting. And looks like they're pulling the guy out. And I'm going to show actually a quick highlight from the 2004 Mariners that just came out. Something that CK88 that he constantly engages in. So I'm going to show that highlight right now. It was April 10th when the Mariners played Oakland A's in 2004. This was when the Mariners had an 0-5 start.
Winless in Seattle at Oakland. Tim Hudson threw only 86 pitches Saturday. So did the M's get to him, or was he aces? Seattle scored a run in the first, second inning. Hudson dealing on Willie Bloomquist. 7th inning. Seattle still up.
Oh man.
Martinez only 2 strikeouts of the game. John Olerud follows Martinez. 325 career versus Hudson. Looks to add to that, but look what Jermaine Dye did. Glovely in a top play nomination. Oakland's bats woke up after that die catch. Marco Scutaro. 2-out RBI double to tie it. Eddie Guardado making his first Mariner appearance of the season. Mark Kotze RBI single.
Wow. Eddie Guardado, the closer of the Mariners in 2004.
Says that's plenty. Boone will be the 11th consecutive M retired by the A's pitcher. Hudson with the first complete game in the majors this season. 2-1. Oakland.
Mariners were off to now became an 0-5 start, it looked like. Josh says, what is the rarest game I own? I don't own any rare games, unfortunately. I'm not that much of a video game collector. But man, what a 2004 season cringe. And now it is the bottom of the 7th. And I think the next videos I'm going to show is Mario Tennis on the Virtual Boy. And now they're showing off the Cal Raleigh bobblehead.
Oh man.
Wait, so Mariners went 0-4. So yeah, they went 0-5 in 2004. What a terrible start. That's when I was in 6th grade, and yeah, just it was just painful. But Julio Rodriguez is up to bat. Can he make anything happen? And it is a strike. Justin Lawrence is on the bullpen. He's a 5.70 ERA, so maybe Julio should take advantage of those kind of numbers. And here's the pitch to Julio. It is an 0-1 count. Now it is a 1-1 count.
All right, come on, Julio.
Still 1-0 count.
Come on,
Here's
Julio.
the pitch. And it's a strike outside the strike
Aw,
zone. It is
man.
now 1-2. Seems like a very questionable. And Josh says the rarest one I have is an airline simulator for the Sega Genesis, and I got it for accident by $15. How much is it worth now, Josh? Or maybe I'll look it up. So Air is an airline simulator. What was the name of the game, Josh? And here is Julio still up the pitch. And here's and it's a strike 3, swing and a miss.
Oh,
and that will retire the side.
Ooh.
And now I am to show. I'm going to show something. What was I going to show? Oh, yeah, virtual tennis. This is what virtual tennis looked like on the Virtual Boy.
Oh, wow.
That was right directly on your eyes.
Wow. Dang. The red and the black kind of makes it look like a weekend concert.
That's an interesting point.
Dang. Whoa. Holy. Wow.
But yep, that's what it was back in 1995 when the Virtual Boy only had like 14 games released in the entire United States.
Dang.
Now, Josh says aerobics supersonic. Interesting. I'm going to look it up on eBay. Aerobics supersonic on the Sega Genesis. Or it was maybe for the Super Nintendo. Sega Genesis was quite a thing. That was like that was Sega's prime, honestly. It is now valued, from what I'm seeing, $89, $450 for the Sega Genesis.
Wow.
Wow. But Sega Genesis had a real thing going. They actually gave Nintendo a run for their money, and they were in trouble. But then Sega Genesis, for some reason, they decided to release a Sega CD and then the CDX. And then Super Nintendo saved themselves with Donkey Kong video game for the Super Nintendo.
Oh, yeah.
Great
Donkey
game.
Kong Country, that's right. Uh-huh.
But yeah, Genesis was rare. Yeah, I can see that. And Josh, did you ever own the Sega Genesis add-ons like the 32X and the CD or the Saturn or the Dreamcast? I have a Dreamcast emulator. Here is Castillo. It's a swing and a miss. Wait, they're just showing the replay. Oh, no, they just took out. Now it's Justin Topa. I was hoping that
I just saw that
Castillo
on
gets
the app,
one more
too.
inning. So it's going to be... So probably be... Yeah.
4 appearances.
They just pulled them out.
4.0. 2 to 4. Oh, geez.
Josh, no video game stores, local retro stores even have them. But here's Topa working on 1-1 count. It is now a 2-1 count. I already missed Castillo. I think he should have gotten just one more inning, but Scott doesn't like putting his starters too long, I guess. Don't agree with it one bit. And now it's a 2-2 count. And here's Topa, 4 innings with 4 strikeouts and 2 walks. Hasn't even earned a run yet. And Justin Topa working a 2-2 count. Here it is. And it's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. And there it is. Strikeout number 1 for Justin Topa, who was a free agent ad for the Seattle Mariners. I still miss Eric Swanson. He was a great pitcher for the Mariners bullpen. They didn't give him enough playing time at all. And now second batter is up. Pitch clock is going down. And here's the pitch. And it's a foul ball. Josh says they do sometimes, but they are expensive compared to the Genesis, which can sometimes be like $30 to $50. You know what, Josh? Maybe don't even bother getting those 32Xs in the CD. Don't even bother. Not even worth it. I saw the reviews. Pretty disappointing. And it's a swing and a miss, strike 2. Topa is pitching very well right now in the bullpen. But after this, I would expect that Paul Sewald is in the bullpen right now to close the game, hopefully. And here it comes, and it's a foul ball. They're working Topa. Come on. Harold Castro's up to bat. 0 for 2. 0-2 pitch. And the foul ball again, which makes me a bit nervous because if it's a foul ball, that means you're racking up the pitches.
Yeah, that's right.
Work. 2 hours and 41 minutes. Here's Topa and another foul ball. And to all those that have joined the show, I definitely appreciate it. And after this, I'm going to show that commercial again from Modern Exterior Solutions for anyone that is still watching. When we get to the break. Here's the pitch. And it's a ground ball to JP Crawford. Easy play for JP, and he is out. And Josh says the Virtual Boy was like Nintendo. Was like crap. We have no console to show off against the Saturn, PS1, N64 got delayed. They just rushed it in. They did rush it in. Just like when the Sega CD and the 32Xs were heavily rushed. And then, which they should have just waited on the Saturn. The Saturn was also a console too. The only game that the Saturn really released that I liked, but I played the game on the PC was Daytona USA. If you played that game, I wish you know. And 0-1 count. Topa, he's pitching very well. Shame, as the creator was the same guy who made Mr. Game & Watch and Game Boy. Oh, what a shame. Is that Gunpei Yokoi you're talking about? There's the 1-1 pitch, and and they have lined it. It is going to be a double. He is running and running, and they have an easy double for Topa. Topa just gave up a double. But yeah, I'm thinking that was Gunpei Yokoi, right, Josh? Yes, Gunpei Yokoi. I think he unfortunately died in a car accident in 1998. Yeah, it was kind of unfortunate that that's part of his legacy, that Yokoi, he died in 97 actually, who was the creator of the Game Boy. He died in a car accident. It says on October 4th, 1997, Yokoi was riding a car driven by his associate. Man, he had a driver. Of course he did. When the vehicle was rear-ended, 2 men left. Hey. That's just sad that Gunpei Yokoi could not live the day for the GameCube or the Switch, because he would be proud. But I'm sure he would forget about the days of like the Nintendo Wii U, because the Wii U was a colossal failure. They should have just kept it going with the Wii. Like, I hope the Switch lasts long. I don't want them to rush another console. And here is Topa working a 1-0 count. It is a 1-1 count. But yeah, if the Mariners score, or if the Rockies score, it's going to make me wish that Castillo pitched one more inning. Should have won at least 8 innings. And then let's Sewald just... Here's the 1-1. And it's a ground. It's a line drive. And Kelnick with the catch. And he caught it. Unbelievable. And that's going to end the inning. What a play by Jared Kelnick. It was a line drive. It looked like it was going to be an RBI for the Rockies.
Good job, Jared.
But Kelnick just caught it. He nearly trapped it on top of it. Oh, my goodness, that catch. Oh, my God. What a catch by Kelnick.
Good catch. What a dive.
It was a diving catch. Now I got to show something from DK Oldies. Nope, I don't have. I'm just going to show a commercial. No, I got to finish it off. finish what I've started. I'm gonna finish at least 97. The next time I cast something, I'm gonna keep going with Mariners commercials.
And you tell me what you see.
I see Ken Griffey Jr. hitting my fastball into the right field seats.
And this?
Griffey ripping my curve for a double.
And what about this?
Oh, God. Griffey.
You just can't keep me out of your head, can you?
The 97 Mariners. You gotta love these guys.
Time.
Now what?
What's up, Norm? You know that guy, Boutros Ghali from Egypt? Yeah. What's up with that name? I guess it's like Norm Child. Is Boutros his first and middle name? Or is Boutros one name? Like Walla Walla? It's me.
Let's strike this guy. We'll go ask Lou. He'll know.
Norm Charlton did not strike him out.
Yeah. Norm sounds pretty cool.
The 97 Mariners. You gotta love these guys.
Edgar is our DH, and in between at bats, he does a lot of little things.
Now, that's a good threat.
Things fans don't always notice. Little things that help the ball club.
The square root of 16 is 4.
Thanks, Edgar.
That's Edgar.
We want 18 pizzas, 9 with pepperoni.
And it's what makes him the quiet leader he is.
Yes, we have a coupon.
The 97 Mariners. You gotta love these guys.
See, there's his problem.
And that's all the commercials for now. Well, maybe I'll show a little bit more, but we're going into the bottom of the 8th inning. Hopefully, after the 8th inning, that will be the final commercial break. And here is Ty France up to bat. Mariners escaped out of a jam with, once again, Jared Kelenic, in case you missed it, with an insane diving catch. And here is Ty France. It is a 1-0 count. It is 1-1 count. That was an obvious strike. And see what the Rockies are doing. They're at least allowing their bullpen pitchers to pitch 2 innings. Maybe the Mariners should try something like that. Let a pitcher get into the bullpen more. And 2-1 count. And then we've got Josh saying, please make sure that keep your copies of Devil's Third for the Wii U, as they are getting up there in price. Oh, okay, good to know. You know everything, Josh. And here it is. It's a 2-2 count for... Oh, look at Jared Kelenic. He's just looking down like, man, I just made that catch. God, thank you for helping me make that catch. That's probably what he said. And, oh, that looked like it was a strike. That was a strike, but the umpire didn't say otherwise. He said it was a ball. Now it's a full count for Ty France. 3-2 count. Pitch clock going down. And that is it. That is strike 3. And Ty France pretty much knew it. Yep. That's that feeling. You ever get that? I'm sure I've had those feelings where when I struck out, I'm like, yep, I knew it. Now, Eugenio Suarez is up to bat. Some insurance run really would be nice for the Mariners. He's batting 3rd in the order. Yep, I know that. And it's a foul ball. Suarez is 1 for 3 with a single in the 4th. But Mariners are down they're down a strike right now. But can Suarez give us some insurance? Because some insurance runs would be nice, because I can't go into it, and it's ball 2 or ball 1. I cannot go into the 9th inning with a 1-0 lead with this bullpen. Not even 2022, I would have felt that confident either. Suarez is 2 for 9 this series. Been a tough series for him compared to Chicago. And it's ball 2. 2-1 to count for Eugenio Suarez. Suarez, if you want to spread your good vibes only, get a hit or get a home run, and there's your good vibes only right there.
Yeah.
And it's a ground ball to Suarez, or ground ball. He is out. Man, I've been sitting on my butt here for about 2 hours and 50 minutes, almost 3 hours. It's actually kind of fun, though.
Yeah.
And now we got Cal Raleigh, the cleanup hitter for today. Can the Mariners complete the sweep? Can Cal Raleigh give some insurance run? Because we're down at 2 outs right now, and it's a foul ball.
Yeah.
But Cal Raleigh's now batting .224 with 1 home run and 9 RBIs. And here it is. And that is a ball. Cal Raleigh with a 1-1 count going on him. Here's the pitch. Nice, good eye. It is ball 2, 2-1 the count. Josh says, according to Box Office Mojo, Super Mario movie has made $678 million worldwide. And Cal Raleigh, and it's out. We're going to the 9th inning. 9th inning.
Oh,
with a
yeah,
1-0 lead.
Crunch time.
This makes me extremely nervous. Makes me just want to sneeze because I think I'm about to. Trying to. Nah, it's not going to work. But I don't know.
Boy.
So Nelson, you said you watched the Mario movie, right?
I did. Yeah, I saw it in Kingwood, actually.
I was really surprised with Chris Pratt's performance. It was really he did really well. And
yeah, he actually did.
And Charlie Day as Luigi was pretty good too. But the one I thought that stole the show, other than Bowser, because everyone's saying Jack Black stole the show for Bowser. I also like Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, and I really liked it when Donkey Kong was egging on Mario, going, "Are you trying to flirt with Princess Peach? Because you're just embarrassing yourself." Because Donkey Kong just kept egging him on. I like that initial beef of like, but they eventually have to work together kind of thing. But I thought that was cool. I liked what they did. But I mean, I didn't think it like totally knocked my socks off. I probably have to watch that movie again for a different perspective.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was a movie that it wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible either. But it was very entertaining.
That's right.
Josh, did you see the Mario movie? Well, we'll see if he did. So, yep. So I think it's going to be the end of the commercials for now, unless it goes to extra innings. Hopefully it doesn't. And hopefully the Mariners will finish this with a win, give Luis Castillo a well-deserved win. Not yet. Not many in theaters in this college town. Josh, you go to college? Where do you go to college? Or do you go to college? Or do you just live in the college town? All right, here is Castillo. They're showing how he did today. He pitched extremely well. Let me see his stat line. So Luis Castillo, 90. No, he did. No, how many pitches did he do? It doesn't say how many pitches he did. Oh, that was a different score line. But now here's Paul Sewald. Sam Houston State, huh? And that is a pop-up for Jerickson Profar, the man who ended Luis Castillo's perfect game. And that is a ball. It's a 1-1 count. Castillo pitched 91 pitches. I think he should have went a little bit longer. And that's a strike too. But I guess he didn't want him going into the hundreds. And how many did Topa do? Topa doesn't say how many he did. Topa had 17 pitches, so that would have put Castillo into the hundreds for sure. Scott Service doesn't like putting his starters into the hundreds.
Yeah.
And Profar with a 1-2 count against him. And here it is. Did he go?
Come on,
Umpire
Paul.
said no on a check swing. He's really got to get this strikeout because it really makes me nervous when the bullpen cannot finish this. This will totally ruin Castillo. And it's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and there is out number 1. Mariners are just 2 outs away from completing their first ever sweep of the season. They should have swept Cleveland the other time.
Yeah.
It was a nice pitch, swing and a miss. And Chris Bryant's up to bat. This is the top of the lineup right now. And that is a ball for Chris Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 1-0 pitch, and it's a swing and a miss, strike one, going against Chris Bryant. Chris Bryant, who hit his first home run against the Seattle Mariners. Paul Sewald, pretty much the closer. He's on my fantasy team. And that's strike two. And just for fun, I'm going to see how my fantasy team is doing right now while I'm waiting. And I am losing. Here's the 1-2 pitch for Chris Bryant. Here she comes. And it's a swing and a miss, strike three. That is 2 strikeouts for Paul Sewald.
Oh,
he is pitching
man.
very well so far. But hopefully, let us see if the Mariners can complete the sweep. And that would be off of Jared Kelenich's RBI single. Can the Mariners complete it? Or will it choke? Here's Charlie Blackmon. And that is a foul ball, just 2 strikes away from the sweep. And I do have a song to play after, if they win. If.
Oh, yeah.
And here is
for sure.
Blackmon, ball one. The fans are completely standing. They're just nervous. They just want this to end to get the sweep and put the Mariners at 8-8, putting them in at 500. Here's Blackmon, ball 2. 2-1 to count. What a series it has been for the Mariners, especially offensively, with the exception of today. But can they complete the sweep? It's all up to Sewald to give Castillo that win. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and it's a ground ball foul, but that's okay. It is 2 strikes, and this is the last strike.
Come on,
down
Paul.
to the final strike. Fans are up in their feet. The roof is closed. Castillo pitched amazing today. But can Sewald complete it for him? Here is the 2-2 pitch, and it is ball 3. 3-2 full count. They are really working this man. But Castillo, must I remind, 3 strikeouts, putting his ERA below 1. And again, the 3-2 pitch, and it's a swing and a miss, strike 3. And the Mariners have won and completed their first sweep of the season. What an unbelievable sweep. What an unbelievable performance by the Mariners. Luis Castillo with 9 strikeouts. Jared Kelenic with the RBI single coming up in the clutch once again. And there it is. They're doing the dancing. And by the way, this song was played when the Mariners won in 1995. Sing Hallelujah was played a lot in the 1990s when they do a walk-off or they won. And there it is. What a victory for the Seattle Mariners. And Nelson, give me your thoughts. Who is the MVP that you're going to give to the game? I'm going to give it to Luis Castillo with his amazing 9 strikeout performance.
Oh, well, I think for the most part, I think with me, it's probably going to go to Luis just because, his pitching was like really, really on for the most part. You know, like the fact that he went all the way to the 7th inning, you know, that's pretty strong in a sense. And then of course,
No, yeah, absolutely. And not only did Jared Kelnick hit the RBI single, but he also made an amazing diving catch. And nothing that I just can't just take that away from it. That I don't want to take away all the performances away from Luis Castillo, but Jared Kelnick was also an amazing. He also played absolutely amazing. He really did it today. Great game for the Mariners. JP Crawford is getting the interview because he played very well defensively.
Yeah.
And that was actually their second shutout of the season. Just number 2, believe it or not. Second shutout. And by the Mariners winning, here's where the standings are going to hold. So Mariners are now 8-8. They are now second in the division, behind Texas by 1 game. Texas is now 8-6, and they will be going up against the Houston Astros. And Josh, I don't know what to say, but who knows? And Michael says, "Nice. Thanks for a good show, Joe. I'll watch it again tomorrow." You really watch it again tomorrow? You're going to set time aside for 3 hours for me? I am flattered. And Josh, I don't know what to say about this game. I don't know who I want to win. Probably Texas because, well, I don't know. Can Texas really? Well, they haven't been sustaining, but I don't know. Well, yeah, Josh, you're cheering for the Astros because you have to. You're an Astros fan. But Nelson, any other thoughts you got out of this game?
Well, you know, I think for the most part, you know, I think we did what we needed to do. Actually, you know, like our pitching was good. You know, I know our offense was just kind of late to the party in some ways. I think our offense just didn't get going until much later. You know, but when they did, you know, it was definitely needed. But definitely got to improve the offense. You know, definitely gotta practice in the batting cages and all that jazz, because I don't know, like we did not score for a while, which is not so good. But and then of course our bullpen, you know, just keep improving our bullpen, you know, and all that jazz. I mean, it would be nice if like Service didn't necessarily pull out people. I think maybe it's just best that maybe he just talks to the pitchers like on the mound, like says like, can you still keep going? And if they say yes, I can keep going, then keep them in. And then if they say no, then pull them out. But I know but then again, I'm not a manager or a baseball coach or anything like that.
Yeah,
so
it's fine. But now let's go. Let's go over the summary of the game really quick. So basically, through the first, and thank you for your analysis, Nelson. And
you're welcome.
I gotta go to the scoreboard, and my MLB.com is kind of crashing right now. Really disappointing. I'm just gonna go to my phone because that's where my stats are. It says, "One looking for retro games. Do you check out price charting to see if you are being ripped off?" Yeah, I definitely do my homework where I look up the prices, comparing it to everywhere else. So yeah, absolutely. Especially when I look at something at DK Oldies, I compare the prices with everything else too. But DK Oldies is notorious for, they have the inventory. I will give them that. They have a fantastic inventory, but their products may not last that long. Now, let's take a look at the Mariners and how it went. So the first 5 innings was scoreless, including multiple innings where the Mariners left 2 men on base. It was until the bottom of the 6th where Jared Kelnick hit an RBI single. And somewhere in the 8th inning, the Rockies were threatening, and Jared Kelnick made an amazing diving catch, which basically gave the Mariners all the confidence in the world to secure the sweep, putting them at 8-8. And I am going to. Brewers just shut out the Padres 1-0. Wow, there you go. And I'm going to make a quick recap on that game afterwards. And so I'm going to make a quick recap in just a few moments. Now, I just time to breathe or something. I don't know. It was a pretty long show.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yep, amazing win. Jared Kelnick and Luis Castillo basically carried the team. JP Crawford was underrated defense. And going into the next games, let me look at those really quick. We've got, and I think ever since I turned off my TV, because I think the TV ate up much of my streaming. But here's what we got. Going into the next game on Monday, Milwaukee will be coming to town. Colton Wong will play against his former team. Chris Flexen will be pitching, which will make me very nervous because he has not played well. He played an awful game against Chicago, against Burns, who has a 5.19 ERA. Hopefully the Mariners can tear him up, but it's too early to tell. Then Logan Gilbert against Rhea, who has a 1.59 ERA, and Brewers are 11-5 right now. So I think this will be a very tough series for the Mariners. Hopefully at least get 2 out of 3 on this one. And Brewers have Lauer on, but the Mariners still haven't announced their pitcher because Marco Gonzalez is still on paternity leave. It's very doubtful that I don't know if he'll be available by then. If you're wondering why he's not available, he just got another baby, or I don't even know if it's a second or first, but once again, congratulations to Marco Gonzalez for getting another child. And hopefully, hopefully that maybe he'll raise his kid to be a baseball player. Who knows? But but other than that, hopefully the Mariners will actually figure out who their starter is going to be, because they just cut off Tommy Malone, who I think shouldn't have been cut off at all. But other than that, I think that's pretty much all I've got left in the show. I don't have anything else, but maybe last minute questions of everyone else other than Josh and Michael or anyone else. Do you have any questions throughout? Yeah, do you have any questions after this throughout this game? Looks like I got new comments. The Brewers should have a throwback uniform in this series. Yeah, well, just not the Pilots one, maybe. But yeah. And after that will be the Cardinals. So this is not going to be an easy week for the Mariners. Like, they really got to step up, especially offensively and the bullpen.
And then not only that, you know, if they don't step up, you know, the problem is that even though that Houston is not doing good, Houston could bounce back in a snap, you know, which is not
Houston.
so good.
I totally expect them to, as if they pretty much already have, like in the standings, which they haven't played yet. They're about to play Texas on national television. They're at 7-8 as well, so they have an opportunity to reach the 500 mark. Making it a very close division for the Mariners so far.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see how it all goes for the Mariners. But it looks like people are signing off. And other than that, I don't think I can have anything else to say. Nelson, do you have any last words?
Well, you know, I think with me, you know, I think it was great that we won it. You know, I think it's awesome that we won, you know, but, you know, we just got to keep improving, you know, just got to keep improving our offense, keep improving the bullpen. And hopefully if Scott, you know, can make good managerial decisions going forward, you know, that would be really good, you know, and all that. And then at the same time, you know, definitely keep looking at the roster just to see if like anybody gets called up. That's good, you know, and I think that's kind of it. You know, I know I kind of rambled, but
that's fine.
But
well, I think that is going to be it. But everyone that was on this show, thank you very much for engaging in the show. Thank you to Josh for giving me basically keeping this alive. And CK888, if you are hearing this, thank you very much for engaging in this show as well. It was very flattering. Michael, thank you very much. The Korean man, thank you very much for also being part of the show. And thank you to, what was his name? Calvin. Thank you for criticizing my content, but it's whatever. But other than that, that is all for today. Thank you very much for tuning in, and hopefully I'll be back real soon for another game-long show like this. And until then, enjoy the rest of your day and go Mariners.
Oh yeah, go Mariners.